O GSTV acho que pelo menos um joguinho NRG tira.
Assim, a Weibo eu também já vim falando. Pra mim é um time que na própria LPL foi evoluindo quando chegou na melhor de 5, quando já conhecia melhor os adversários, tinha um pouquinho mais de tempo pra estudar. Talvez aí o primeiro jogo ainda seja um pouquinho balançado pra eles. A expectativa sim é que a Weibo vença, mas eu acho que a NRG tem jogo pra mostrar. Eu gostei da preparação que eles fizeram, leitura, acho que a coaching staff da NRG já tá mostrando pontos muito positivos, assim.
Bom, a gente tem também, a gente falou aí com o Contracts, né, da NRG, para saber um pouquinho mais sobre esse confronto. Então confere aí.
To defy expectations from all the fans around the world is a pretty amazing feeling. I mean, it's not the first time that we've proved people wrong, but to keep doing it again and again is wonderful. After the Weibo loss, we all felt very disappointed in ourselves, coaches, players. We all just wanted another chance to prove ourselves. After the game, I was really antsy. I just wanted to get back on stage ASAP. I wanted to load in and, just teleport to the next day. I felt like, that wasn't me. What I showed on stage wasn't who I am as a player, and I think it was the same mindset for everybody on our team. Last time I was at Worlds, NA was better than EU. It seems like it's the case this time around as well. I think the way I see myself improve is just through my own play, my own confidence, my teamwork. I feel like we're going to go into the next series with the same mindset, the same underdog, mentality, and we'll just keep going. But ultimately, I just want to make NA fans proud. I want them to be proud of, representing the team from our region and to prove that we can compete with the best here. And I think that's the case.
Bom, eles sabem aí que eles são os underdogs, né? E eu acho que isso também tira um pouco da pressão desse time, sabe?
Tira com certeza, você jogar sem estar meio que devendo nada pra ninguém, né? Já cumprindo um pouco das expectativas, mas é porque assim, agora eu acho que tem muito mais expectativa pra cima deles, porque eles ganharam da G2.
Eles ganharam da G2.
Era muito
isso
impensável.
Hypou, deixou a Tabs triste.
Não, eu vou falar o seguinte, tudo bem, eu entendo que eles estão contando essa história pra gente, que eles querem ser os azarões, underdogs, mas acho que não dá mais pra falar isso.
Nesse ponto acho que não dá mais.
Eu acho que eles estão se enganando, estão querendo contar uma mentira, porque, eles são o último representante do Ocidente, o campeão da LCS, eles eliminaram a G2, tem a liga deles inteira torcendo por eles, então assim, se eles perderem e jogarem mal, vão ser cobrados. Aí falar, tá sem pressão? Não acho que tá tão sem pressão assim.
E aí, Dudu e Stoker, o que vocês acham, hein? Será que esses underdogs podem surpreender?
Salve, Rafa! Salve, GSTV, Napom! Dudu, como é que você tá, meu querido? Bom demais, você de casa também acompanhando. Bom dia pra quem acordou pra chegar aqui nessas fases de playoffs do nosso Worlds. E aí? Está NRGzado, Dudu?
Não tô, não. Bom dia pra você, bom dia pra todo mundo que tá assistindo. Pra gente não teve apresentação, né? A Rafa fez ali a introdução do GSTV, não. Pra gente não teve nada.
Quer falar a sua? Qual seria?
Não, aí tem que... Vamos ver se no próximo jogo ela faz.
Justo.
Tem que ser natural, tem que
Tudo
ser
bem.
uma coisa que flui. Não rolou pra gente. Mas eu fiz essa predição lá no começo. GSTV tá tentando diminuir ela, mas eu avisei que as semifinais vão ser os 4 times chineses. Eu continuo acreditando nisso.
Eu concordo totalmente com você, cara.
Agora concorda, né?
Agora não tem muito pra onde correr, eu vou concordar mesmo. Só tem um time do Ocidente pra jogar, então tá beleza, eu concordar contigo. Mas realmente, o que a gente tá vendo de desempenho da LPL, tá absurdo, como liga num geral, desde todo dentro do Worlds, cara. E aí aquela situação, a NRG, a última esperança do Ocidente, querendo ou não, mas se a gente for pegar por um critério de jogo, é um pouquinho complicado, teve algumas lutas caóticas, e a equipe da Weibo sabe por isso. Bom, aproveitando que tá na telinha pra vocês, vamos ver entrar dos times, vamos ver esse show a partir de agora que começa os playoffs.
먼저 무려 9년 만에 누가 스테이지 무대를 막는 북미의 머시드 북미의 마지막 희망 LG입니다.
Tá aí, a equipe da NRG entrando, como a gente tá dizendo, trazendo ainda esse hype, essa esperança ainda para as ligas do Ocidente e muito mais focados para esse jogo, acho que eles vêm bem mais confiantes e aprendendo dos seus erros, né?
E estão usando muito bem a oportunidade, né? Um time que acreditando até o fim.
E vem aí a Weibo logo na sequência. Tá aí a entrada da equipe da Weibo, comandada por Xiaohu, com grandes nomes no elenco, hein?
Tem aquilo, né? Um super time, foi montado para ser um super time, mas tanto aqui no Mundial como ao longo do ano inteiro, não foi um time que respondeu às expectativas.
Cara, eu adoro esse narrador.
O Caster Jun é muito bom, né?
Ele hypa muito, é muito bom, é isso. É a energia que a gente quer nos playoffs, é isso que a gente quer ver para esse início de competição. Então, como a gente bem ressaltou, as duas equipes, cara, têm os seus potenciais, a NRG se provou demais. Eu acho que a história que a NRG trouxe até aqui tem que ser respeitada. Ganhou da G2 pra tristeza da Tabs, mas é uma equipe que desde lá da LCS já não tinha o seu favoritismo e chega aqui nos playoffs do Worlds.
Pra não dizer que eu tô só do lado da LPL, vou só trazer um fato aqui. A história da NRG parece muito a história que foi contada pela DRX ano passado. Desde a liga deles ninguém acreditava, foram passando pelos playoffs, chegaram pelo regional, também no mundial ninguém acreditava e no fim foram campeões, né?
Cara, e outro ponto geral também que a gente tem que ver, já olhando agora para a questão da partida, focando um pouco mais na Weibo, essa questão da presença global, né? O Weibo gosta de trabalhar em diversos frentes do mapa, o Weiwei tava simplesmente soltinho no último jogo contra a equipe da NRG, puniu muito lá no bot, a própria NRG não conseguiu acompanhar esse ritmo, então fica ainda a desejar o quanto a NRG vai acompanhar o ritmo da própria Weibo dentro do jogo.
Precisam, né? Porque como já foi explicado aí pelo GSTV, pelo Napom, foi exatamente num PF, numa troca. O bot acaba aceitando uma troca quando o seu caçador tá longe. Eu acho que nem é tanto culpa do Contracts assim. Eu acho que um 2v2 daquele como no bot não pode acontecer, ainda mais quando o seu caçador não tem a mínima possibilidade de estar daquele lado para te ajudar no momento. Eu lembro que na época até deu uma discussão que ele deveria ter mudado talvez o PF dele, mas quando o Napom se juntar aqui com a gente, ele pode até falar sobre, é complicado, porque esse primeiro PF, ele é muito calculado para que ele não fique tão atrás, para que ele consiga fazer pelo menos o básico, para ele ter os níveis iniciais, para ter pelo menos todas as habilidades. Então, às vezes, não dá para ficar mudando o curso ali logo no início, logo no primeiro momento de jogo.
E se a gente for falar também da questão, principalmente falando do Weiwei, ele gosta de trazer um pouco desses picks que são utilities, tanques utilities, jogou com Pop, jogou com Maokai também dentro da partida. Um jogo também muito focado para controle, né? Foca tanto essa questão do jungle, na verdade, conseguir atender a sua equipe, fazer essa criação, mas também lá no suporte, tem um suporte que atenda bem a equipe ao longo das teamfights. Então, desenha muito a equipe da Weibo, focando no crescimento do seu time como coletivo, né?
A gente tá vendo na tela aí, já começou os picks e bans, a gente já tem a remoção de Jarvan e Zaya por parte da equipe da Weibo, e a Energy já tirou Renata, Rumble e Azir. Agora sim o Napom se junta aqui com a gente pra falar já nesse draft.
Ô Napom, tiraram o Azir do homem. Xiaohu não irá fazer drift de Azir aqui, cara.
Não vão deixar o Xiaohu jogar, cara. Brincadeira. Só porque ele é bom demais, né?
Que coisa, né?
Que coisa. Mas, pois é. Tá aí, pessoal. Ó, Renata, grande pick que começou a crescer no Mundial, é retirado. Atrapalha muito os grandes engages que a gente tá vendo, né? Como o caso de Hell, de Alistar, de todos esses campeões que gostam de tanto pra cima. Então é retirada. Rumble principal, pick da top lane. O Azir nem se fala. Maokai não pode passar. Zaya também não. E Jarvan também não. E agora? O que vai? Vai pros ADs? Vai pro blind Renekton, Xante? O que a NRG vai trazer?
Eu sinto que a Orianna, eu ia falar dela, de todas essas escolhas que foram removidas, a Orianna acaba sendo dos picks mais prioritários no Mundial até esse momento, com as maiores taxas de vitória junto com a Kai'Sa. Então não vejo outra escolha com esses banimentos que não fosse essa Orianna. Tem algumas coisas que podem responder aqui que também cresceram de prioridade. O Aphelios eu sinto que é um desses campeões que apareceu com algumas duplas que fazem todo o sentido, que fazem ele se proteger muito bem. E a gente viu que quando as composições compram espaço para esses atiradores, por mais que eles não sejam Kai'Sa, Zaya, desses principais, ainda assim vão conseguir cumprir muito bem seu papel. A Nico também tem uma prioridade bem alta recentemente.
O Aphelios é meio que um novo favorito da galera, né?
Total.
Agora que a Kai'Sa, a galera começou a perceber
Demoraram
que tava
pra perceber
acontecendo
um
com a
pouco,
Kai'Sa, que a build não tava tão legal assim, que não tava funcionando tão bem. Agora correm pra uma festa, nada contas, um Hyper Carry com muito alcance sempre funciona, não tem segredo. Não tem segredo nenhum e é uma excelente escolha. Vamos ver o que vai voltar agora a NRG, porque eles já estão enfrentando uma bot lane que tem um alcance interessante e tem um all-in muito interessante também. Mostram a cena.
Oi,
velho, a cena TK deles pode aparecer.
Cena TK.
Eu acho que deve ser, né? Se não pegarem o TK aqui, vão acabar sofrendo banimento. Então veio a cena, veio o TK. E a gente já conversava que quando a gente percebeu que a Zaya tá muito forte, a Kai'Sa não tá tão boa assim, tinha que buscarem outras opções. Algumas equipes trouxeram esse Aphelios, que eu gostei bastante. Algumas equipes trouxeram a Jinx, que eu acho muito situacional, mas pode funcionar dependendo da composição. E Senna e TK, pra mim, é uma ótima leitura. Porque se você olhar, os atiradores, eles precisam de 3, 4 itens pra começarem a ter um impacto. A gente não tá naquele meta que foi o ano inteiro de domínio dos atiradores a partir do segundo item. Tá demorando um pouco mais pra
Eu estou aqui.
Your pick. Take your time.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading
10
us.
seconds
And
to
love
go.
is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No,
5
I don't wanna
seconds.
waste what's left. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create
of the
a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And
The battle is ours.
we'll
Victory is assured. This one is in the bag.
till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
No path, but through. The way is clear. Destiny awaits us all. It must be done.
Battle will commence in
I
30
will say thank you,
seconds.
but I recognize no debt.
On and on again. I shall teach you. A journey without end. War's flames blaze again. The stalwart flame flickers. Fear not the forest. What must be discovered? All action is reaction. I am under attack. Your end has come. The road is endless. Have you a light? What dangers lie here? All paths found. Serenity. Walk on his way. Flame lights the way. Harmony must be earned. Be wary, be cautious.
Balance in all things. Flame lights the way. On and on again. Balance in. Let death become peace. You will be seared. The stalwart flame flickers. All paths find serenity.
Killing spree!
What danger? Destiny awaits us all. Warm to the touch. The road is endless. It must be done. Be wary, I am under attack. Harmony must be earned. From ignorance sprouts insight. No path but through. Walk a warrior's way. What must be discovered? Fire shall teach you. A journey without end. All action is reaction. Rune imprisoned, freedom foretold. Never refuse gold given. Fear not the forest. The way is clear. Come and learn humility. You have been denied. The road is endless. What dangers lie here? Come and My image steps forward, a test of training. A journey without end. Harmony must be earned. Fear not the forest. You feed the flame. Balance in all things. No path but through. The flame protects me. All paths find serenity. On and on again. All action is reaction. Never refuse gold given. It must be done. Wrapped in ember fire. way.
Your middle tower is being attacked.
What must be discovered? Be wary. Be cautious. Be still, little knife. None escape my fire. The way is clear.
Your top tower is being attacked.
Destiny awaits us all. A trial by flame lights the way. Be on your way. Walk a warrior's
Your middle
way.
tower is under siege.
Speed is the ruin of double damage. Burn forth, my friend. Balance in all things. Be wary. Be cautious. Approach if you
Your middle tower is under attack.
drink.
Raider has fortified its structures.
A journey without end.
Your middle tower is under attack. If
Fear
that's
not
something
the
you care about.
falter. All action is reaction. And yet, they persist. What dangers lie here? I am under attack. The road is endless. Nope. Ignite now. On again. Killing spree! Ah, yes. Flame lights the way.
Your middle tower is under siege.
Rune imprisoned, freedom
Your middle
foretold.
tower is being attacked.
Destiny awaits us all. Prepare for a lesson. It must be done. You face the flame. Harmony must be earned. Killing spree! A trial by fire. Come. Be well, be swift. All paths find serenity. 'Tis not yet time. I need
Your
more
top tower
time.
is under attack.
And away I go. Your end has come. The way
Your
is
top tower
clear.
is under siege.
The stalwart flame flickers. What dangers lie here? I am under attack. Spare you future loss. You will be seared. The road is endless. Carry forth the flame. Capture What plan? The truth. Harmony
Dire's
must be
structures have been
earned.
fortified. Your bottom tower is being attacked.
Who's that scorching fire? Dominating!
Your bottom tower is under siege. Your bottom tower is under attack. So there's that. The enemy's top tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under siege.
Be wary. Be cautious. Burn forth, my friend. What must be discovered?
Your bottom tower is under attack. Let's watch and see what happens. Your middle tower has been denied.
Fire shall
Don't hit
teach
your
you.
bottom tower has been destroyed.
I shall teach you. Flame lights the way. It must be done. On and on again. Destiny awaits us all.
Colecionador Geek. Bonecos e grátis tá no Amazon
The
Prime.
way is clear.
Tá sem ult, tá?
Under attack. Who's that scorching fellow? Prepare for a massacre.
Your middle tower is under attack. That means the hands of towers.
A stir would flame. Be on your way. And you have learned well.
Dire has fortified its structures.
I burn once more. No blood, but truth. Walk a warrior's way. A journey without it. Ignite the flame god. Yeah. Hurry to the fray. Balance in all things.
Your
All
top
action
tower is under
is
siege.
reaction. Warm to the touch. A test of training. Destiny awaits us all. Walk a
Your top
warrior's
tower
way.
has been denied. That's funny. I didn't even see you cheat.
All action is reaction.
Your bottom
My
tower
image
is being
steps
attacked.
forth.
Your enemy's middle tower has been destroyed.
Fear not the forest. Behold my searing caves.
Triple kill! Mega kill!
On and on again. What dangers lie here? Carry forth the flame. Harmony must be earned. All paths find serenity. You are most gracious. The flame protects me. A journey without end. What plans never refuse gold. No path but through. Rune imprisoned, freedom for the road is endless. The stalwart flame flickers. What must... The way is clear. Warm to the touch. Flame lights the way. It must be done. All paths find serenity. Fear not the forest. Harmony must be earned. My image steps forth.
Radiant structures have been
Dangers
fortified.
lie here. Comforting rune of rejoice. All action is reaction. Destiny awaits us all. It is not yet time. Hurry to the fray.
A worthy opponent.
No path but through. Come and learn humility. What must be discovered? I am not ready. On and
The
on
enemy's
again.
bottom tower has fallen.
Flame lights the way. Approach.
This will do nicely.
The road is endless. The stalwart flame flickers. Fate has been kindled. You face the flame. Balance in all things. The way is clear. Who's that scorching fellow? Ha. Be wary, be cautious. Rune imprisoned, freedom foretold. It must be done. Walk a warrior. Fate has been kindled. Wrapped in ember fire. Beware, be swift.
Immortality.
A journey without end. All paths find serenity. The way is clear. All action is reaction. Harmony must be speedy rune of haste. What must be discovered?
Bounty.
Fear not the forest. The road is endless. Ignite the flame guard. Greatness in small measures. Balance in all things. Carry forth the flame. Be wary, be cautious. Destiny awaits us all. No path but through. The stalwart flame flickers. None escape my fire. Flame lights the way. What dangers lie here? My fire burns anew. Balance in all. Come and be burned. Hurry to the fray. I am under attack. You have no chance. The way is clear. Fear not the forest.
Your top tower is being attacked.
On and on again.
Your top tower has been destroyed.
Who's that scorching fellow? Wary, be cautious.
Looks like it's 12:01.
All action. My image steps forth.
Killing spree! Double kill!
Harmony must be earned. Unstoppable! You will be seared. Have you a light? Come and learn humility. What dangers lie here? Flame lights the way.
Dire has fortified its structures.
The star flame flickers. Destiny awaits us all.
Invisibility?
Be on your way.
This
All paths find serenity.
Your middle tower is under siege.
It must be done. You have no chance. The flame protects me. You face the
Your
flame.
middle tower is under siege.
Walk a warrior's way.
Your middle tower is under attack. I heard that part of the
Road is This has only begun. Double kill! What must be discovered? Double kill! What plans I have? A tool to teach. Carry forth the flame.
The
All
enemy's middle tower has fallen.
a test of training.
Dire's structures have been fortified.
Come forth, my friend. Change my image steps. Destiny awaits us all. War never refuse go. What plans I have? The road is endless. You feed the flame. I shall teach you. Your end has come. Be on your way. A journey without end. Harmony must. All action is reaction. You should make ready. You sear and singe. All paths find serenity. It must be done. Fear not the forest. Walk a warrior's way. Approach. No path, but through.
Colecionador Geek. Bonecos com frete grátis, tá no Amazon Prime. Decoração,
Balance
tá no
in
Amazon
all
Prime.
things.
Livros, tá no Amazon Prime.
A flash of inspiration. The scepter is mine. I need more time. None escape my fire. What dangers lie here? Warm to the touch. Flame lights the way. Be wary. Be cautious.
Voltaram.
The way is clear.
Olha lá, que povo ali,
Yeah. Wrapped in ember fire. What must be? Burn forth, my friend. Fire shall teach you. It must be done. Prepare for a lesson. Harmony must be earned. Hurry to the fray. All paths find serenity. A trial by fire. What dangers lie here? No path, but through.
I need not beg for
Spirit of the first bear burns. The road is endless. Be wary. Be cautious. Rune imprisoned, freedom foretold. I shall spin wisely. A journey without end. All action is reaction. What must be discovered? Carry forth the flame. Destiny awaits us all. Fear not the forest. The stalwart flame flickers. Fate has been kindled. On and on again. Approach if you dare. Walk a warrior's way. The way is clear. A test. Beware, be swift. Flame lights the way. I am not. I have achieved enlightenment. Balance in all things. Who's that scorching fellow?
upon a loyal warrior.
Flame lights the way.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Be on your way. What dangers could
Wicked sick!
learn from your mistake? You have my image steps forth. Be wary.
Dire structures have been fortified.
'Tis not your killing spree.
Double kill!
Fear not the forest. It must be done. Be well, be swift. What must be discovered? Destiny awaits us all. 'Tis not yet time. The road is endless. Carry home the flame. Be ensnared in fire. Balance it. The way is clear. Your place is here. On and on again. The stalwart flame flickers. Burn forth, my friend.
Deter them. This.
All paths find serenity.
Mega kill!
A journey with who's that scorching fellow? Harmony must be earned. What dangers lie here? Ignite the flame guard. Prepare for a lesson. Destiny awaits us all. It must be done. You should make ready. All paths. I am not ready. Fear not the forest. Rune imprisoned, freedom foretold. The road is endless. Wrapped in ember fire. Hurry to the fray. Fate has been kindled. I am under attack, chained in searing heat. Be wary, be cautious. What must be discovered? Hurry to the fray.
Your middle barracks is being attacked. Wait, maybe they're not actually damaging it. Your middle barracks has fallen. They are. Because someone, I hope you weren't close with your middle tower here, doesn't know what they're doing.
Wicked sick!
The enemy's top tower has been destroyed. Radiant has fortified its structures. Your middle tower is being attacked. Your middle tower is under siege. Your middle tower has fallen.
If that's the kind of fight they want, then I will get it!
Monster kill!
Your ancient's getting destroyed. Dire did not lose his life in his raid, and is technically different.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked. Your turn to ban. 5 seconds. Ten seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Your pick. No pressure. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Your pick. Try not to embarrass yourself.
I call the shots around here. Line of sight.
I'd get ready if I were you.
It's in the bag.
As you say. Run and gun! Yes? Sure is shooting. Spot on. Yes.
Thirty seconds
It's
to battle.
in the bag.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Of course. Time for target practice. Fear in your eyes. Shrapnel.
First blood.
Yeah. Ho-ho! Ho-ho! Spotted. Oh! Quick draw. A new trajectory. Oh! Yes. Gunpowder justice. Eat lead. I spotted direct. Aha. Yes. Into the breach. That's gonna sting. Sniping. You die. Full bore. My spotter guides me. Snipe hunt. Of course. Yeah. My spotter directs. Yeah. My spotter guides me. Yes. Let's have a go at it. I'm under attack! This'll burn.
Is the cure. Now
take this! Run and gun! Into the breach. Full bore. Aha. Yes. Aha. Of course. Not by a long shot. Yes. Spot on. Of course. As you say. Sure is shooting.
The seeds of fortune.
Line of sight. Going ballistic. Spotted. Yes. A new trajectory. Snipe hunt. Kill shot. Yes?
Radiant's courier has been callously murdered.
Yes. Yes.
Killing spree! Double kill!
My spotter directs. Attack! Haste! A new trajectory.
Ownage!
On target. As you say.
Ownage!
Sure is shooting. Line of sight. Yeah. Snipe hunt. Of course. Easy shot. Spotted. Attack! Oh! My spotter guides me. Oh, more powder and center of mass. Mm-hmm. Shrapnel! Uh-huh. Regeneration! Run and gun!
You what you said.
Shrapnel!
Killing spree!
I'm under attack!
Dominating! Double kill!
Ah, don't go off. Ah! Sniping. Into the bubble!
I hope you weren't close to the tower.
Who fells me?
Target practice paying off. On target.
What sort of prize is this?
Mm-hmm. Let's have a go at it. Shrapnel! Going ballistic. Yes. Quick draw. Kill shot. Powder burn. I will have.
By the power of Chorus!
the buybacks once again.
And efficient. Spotted. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The enemy's top tower has fallen. You're winning. More accurately, you're on the same team as winners, who happen to be radiant while structures have been fortified. Congratulations.
Mark for death. Oil sport.
They did not respect the buybacks once again.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. You were almost helpful that time.
Spot on. Great hunt. Into the breach. Spotted. Uh-huh. Of course. Run and gun. Uh-huh. Aha. Aha. Yes. Double damage.
Vira, porra, como o que tá virando pra você, velho? Tô batendo pra virar pro perigo.
The enemy's bottom tower has
Real antiseptic shock. Vital thread is broken.
As a sapling. Death is only the start. Sad.
You didn't stop my shit, did you?
Shrapnel.
Have another. Killing spree.
Full bore. My spotter direct.
The world is silence.
Easy shot. A new trajectory. Illusion. As you say. He's led. Yeah. Check it out. My spotter guiding. Shoot him up. I'm under attack. You die.
Dominating! Killing spree! Mega kill! Double kill!
Like a flash in the pan.
Outrage!
You die. Don't. Yes. Little thing.
Oh my god! Too good! But no, it's not good enough at all. Or wait, is it? Maybe.
Full bore. spotter guides me. Into the breach. My spotter dives. You! Unstoppable! Odin! You got peeped.
Invisibility.
I've been sniping. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Spotted. Oh! Aha! Spotted. Yes. Yes. Easy shot. Yes. Mm-hmm. As you say. Let's have a go at it.
This sustains, gold remains.
The seeds of fortune.
I'm not ready. Take this. Sure is shooting. Gunpowder shot. Fire caliber.
You found me.
A wood. Yeah. Yes.
Radiant has fortified its structures. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is being attacked. The enemy's bottom tower has been destroyed.
Eat lead. On target. Attacked.
Unstoppable!
Yes. I'm under attack.
Night for all. Killing spree! Double kill! Uprooted out my gotcha! Double kill! The forest.
A golden thread. Double damage.
Hush, 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 hush.
Of course.
Hush, hush, hush. Bem, cara.
Tô indo.
Yes. A new trajectory. Yeah. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
My father guides me.
Your top tower is under attack. Your side has been killed by the dire.
Aha. Aha. Of course. Goals ahead. Full bore. Sure is shooting.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. Let's be honest, it probably won't work.
Double kill!
I'm under attack.
Killing spree! Triple kill! Dominating!
Radiant structures have been fortified. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen. It's a good feeling, isn't it? The enemy's bottom barracks has been destroyed.
Let's have a go at it. But truer than ever. Uh-huh. Spot on. This'll hurt.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Attack! Body shot. Shrapnel! On target.
The enemy's middle tower has been destroyed.
Going balloon.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. If you had any idea what you were doing, this would be a real achievement. The enemy's middle barracks has been destroyed.
Fui encontrado controlado e punido!
Oh my god! It's too good! But no, it's not good enough at all. Or wait, is it? Maybe?
Sure is shooting. You die.
Killing spree!
Easy shot.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Let's
My
have a go at it.
accident.
Dominating! Mega kill! Triple kill!
The light hurts my eyes.
This'll hurt.
Gotcha! Fire spreading.
The shadow. Double kill!
Sniping.
Cuidado com o ult.
The enemy's top barracks has fallen. You have spawned mega creeps. The enemy's middle tower has been destroyed.
Warriors of the wood.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Victory.
This will do nicely.
Invisibility.
Double kill!
Pain is the best teacher.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege. Radiant structures have been fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Killing spree! Oni!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mega kill! Killing spree!
How did you? You become feast for the flesh fly.
Dire's middle tower is
I'm glad to leave that place.
You'll learn the true meaning.
Now your tree food.
Okay, this is where my reign begins.
My waters rise.
The cure is worse than the disease.
Dire's middle tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
You took bait.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
I dissolve.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Regeneration.
See the forest.
What you sow.
Killing spree. Dominating. Double kill.
His courier has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has been destroyed.
Double damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks is being attacked. Dire has fortified its structures. Dire's ancient is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has been destroyed. Dire's ancient is being attacked. Victory for Radiant. Dire team ban. 10 seconds.
Saving allies with Snowball, do you think that's maybe a little bit on the risky side, or?
I think he wants to kill the Silencer.
Yeah.
I think this is a hero that can just like get on him and kill him right away. It's going to be more of an aggressive Tusk team instead of a defensive one.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to double jump with Puck. That's where we're going to be their target number 1.
All right. Thank you guys very much for your insights. We are ready to get into the game, but before that, we're going to a coach's interview with Silent from Team Spirit.
This should be interesting.
Arranca el partido.
Тише, мальчик, тише, мальчик.
It's almost time for everybody to die.
That's right, it's time to make our grand finals head underway. On one side, we have a team that is absolutely the best team of the year, but on the other side, the strongest team of the tournament. On one side, we have 3-time major winners, and on the other side, TI winners, but only one can claim the Aegis.
Let's begin.
I've seen a lot of TIs, Cap. We are going back 12 editions of this right now. We have seen lower bracket runs, we've seen upper bracket runs, we have seen First Bloods, we have seen Roshans, but one thing is absolutely clear to me right now at TI12, in the heart of Dota in Seattle, these two teams are undoubtedly the best two teams in the world right now, and both of them are absolutely terrifying.
And that's exactly why Gaming Gladiators stacked the bounty runes, but they failed to be able to claim the first blood. They wanted to be able to get that early momentum over a team that is so scary. I mean, Team Spirit have demolished every team that has stood in their way. Gaming Gladiators, though, have had to make the long run through the lower bracket, and there's something special about that lower bracket momentum.
You cannot underestimate how much this team has gone through, especially going to their 4th Valve event grand final of the year. No team has made a complete sweep, and usually the team that is favored in that sense can't even make that type of run, so this team cannot be underestimated. At the same time, all of us here watching, when you see Toro come out of that player walkway with a shaved head, the amount of fear that instills into you, the amount this man is willing to sacrifice to claim a second Aegis and join that limited pantheon of 2-time TI winners, you can't not help but be a little afraid of what he's willing to do here. In a best of 5, both these teams are capable of anything. The greatest question, however, if you've watched this lower bracket run from Gaming, is can Team Spirit put a stop to the speed and the tempo in which they are playing these games? Because right now, nobody across all of those series has been able to do it. Now, a lot of these games have not gone past the 25-minute mark, so you need to slow it down, you need to play your game, or at least take it back to them. And if there is one team in the world that can accomplish that, it is Team Spirit, who have shown that they are no slouches when it comes to the first 10 minutes, particularly the laning phase.
Yes, this laning phase is going to be the ultimate test for this best of 5. It's going to be a long journey to get through this finals, and who walks away winning this laning phase could just end up winning the entire thing, as Maposhka will end up going down. Tofu finally claims first blood for Gaming Gladiators.
And this is a familiar story. Acceleration for Ace on the off-lane lone Drew. This is a hero that has demolished the lower bracket along with all the buildings in those series. A scary hero to give a lead off to here, especially when once more Gaming have a lot of tempo that can just go with Ace, go through these objectives, play with that Bear's timings. But I like what Spirit have brought out here in Game 1, right? These are a lot of heroes that are not afraid to skirmish early and
Toro
straight back to
death against Tofu will end up helping to get the kill onto Tofu, but will end up falling into the end. And Ace is gladly going to be able to dive a bit more onto Maposhka. They're definitely winning this lane. They're walking away with it a bit.
And that's going to be fast over corrosion for the Bear. That's going to give him a lot of chase down potential in this lane.
He's still going to find him. Maposhka, he has that extra little bit of heal. If they end up dying the Bear, that's going to be 300 gold over to Utoro, but Ace can keep up that pressure with a fresh resummon.
big turnaround for Yatoro, honestly. This lane was looking a little grim if you get Ace for that fast over corrosion, which is just taking over a lot of these lanes. All of a sudden, you get a bear kill back. A lot of golden XP for Yatoro. He can start to regain momentum in this lane. This is a very strong lane for Team Spirit. Tree Weaver, there's not much that beats this, so this just shows you how strong this off lane is for gaming as well. They're
it would be such a massive win if they could actually bring down Ace, but Yatoro's going to have to try and go for Tofu instead, who gave up his own life to be able to kill the bug on Ace to protect his core. He does die, but if Yatoro gets caught by an entangle here, it's going to be a heavy punish, but not afraid, turns around, battles back against that bear, knowing Ace still has some time before he has another resummon available.
Still a lot of gold going to Yatoro here as he takes a net worth lead. Good sign for Team Spirit is, I mean, Weaver has to be one of the fastest carries in this meta. I think CK is the other one that I had point to. Of course, Bristleback, he's a pseudo carry getting banned out. This is a hero that Team Spirit first picked for a reason. If they get him to a good position, he can go and defend all these towers. You can take every single fight with this carry hero, try and match Duracchio's pace, where I almost feel like it doesn't matter what hero Duracchio is playing. This guy is going to run at you. He's going to join all the skirmishes with Quinn. You have to be ready for the 5-man collapse at a certain point. Either get some trades, be ready to defend them with the towers. The Beastmaster can trade on the map. That's another objective that Team Spirit can look for as this game progresses.
I feel like out of all the players on Gaming Gladiators, it's definitely Duracchio.
That's a resummon.
Yeah, it is. Ace, he'll lose yet another bear. Yatoro's just climbing up the network chart now. A laning phase that started off a bit bad for them, but now they've got a full 20-second window with no bear, so they should easily be able to get most of the CS. And also, the bounty. Man, he is sitting at 3K net worth already, way ahead of anybody else in this game.
It adds up real fast. These bears are worth a lot. It's also extra damage going into Ace. You're not healing while the bear's on cooldown. There's a lot going wrong in this offlane for gaming right now for the hero that's supposed to give them that lead, at least comparatively to those other games, right? This is still a very even game, but if you watched any of these series yesterday, particularly the Azure one, I guess if you're not down 5K at the 5-minute mark, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, seriously, you cannot let Gaming Gladiators run away with the laning phase. And that, when we were talking about it backstage, and so many other people that we talked to backstage, everybody was saying Team Spirit is not going to get run over the laning phase. They won't let that happen. You can make these kind of rotations. They've got Pump and Snowball. They have 3 heroes all bang onto the Gyrocopter, but it's not quite good enough. Tofu protecting them nicely. They'll get some damage in return, but Team Spirit is going to remain relatively healthy.
This missile dodge on the Snowball. Mira, he's going to be able to make some really nice plays this game. This Tusk is a hero that can not only give him the physical burst to go through the bear at the later stages, but the Snowball dodge on heroes like Gyro and Pango that have to throw out their spells at the start of a fight. It can get you your core BKBs off. It can stall out the fight, get you a roar off of, collapse coming back out of it. Something that could be really instrumental as this game progresses here. And once more, Spirit making the first moves here. Pochka has been really active in this laning phase, trying to skew it as much as possible to Team Spirit's advantage. Give them that breathing room. And of course, this is a true protector lineup. We're talking about these objectives. Something gaming's focused on. You can keep your towers up. Living armor.
The double slows are going to help here. And Quinn's going to come back into this play. Keep an opportunity, but no one's wall. The 2 supports are already dead, though. And there's no way for this puck to change the matchup now.
+2 int on the board for Celery. Glaive's already getting some extra work done. We'll leave solo lanes on these sides, so Yatoro going to try and make the most of it. He gets rooted. Ooh. Oh, he wanted another bear kill on this lane, man. He has been taking it to Ace. Level advantage already going Yatoro's way. It looked like it'll just be the Dragon Lance, so defensive-oriented build. Yatoro, get the high HP up. Don't get bursted in this game. Man, he is just chunking Ace down. This is a roam opportunity up here, right? This is a great hero for Team Spirit to roam on. You can keep chipping Ace's HP pool, because every time you kill this bear, he has to resummon. He's susceptible again, and you don't really take the ult too early.
Laurel, he's going to try and bait it out here by using the Illusion Rune. The first power rune was an Illusion Rune. Not necessarily one that you feel the best about, but he's going to try and bait it out by showing his Illusion mid and seeing if they can catch somebody in this top lane. Tofu, he's going to be marked there. Couldn't get there in time to snag away the Wisdom Rune, but they can get this 1 kill. Ace is around. Laurel, he'll back away. So will Ace. He's ready for the push that's coming in. In fact, he knows he's kind of surrounded by heroes, so he wants to play defensively. Laurel already back to the mid lane, doesn't want to miss out on too much of his CS.
Nice heads up smoke by Spirit. They are a team that will happily smoke to any of these Wisdom Runes, and if you study them, you know it's coming. The 7, the 14, the 21 especially is one of their big power moves. They really want this XP advantage, and again, rotating to Ace's lane, I think is a recipe for success. The other move you're going to make is to collapse when that helm is up to try and push the tower or kick the Rachi out of the lane. And I feel like every time you make one of these aggressive moves on Gaimin in the early game, you're pretty happy with it, right? Because it means they're not going to ace, they're not pushing your tower, and then things like this can start to happen where another kill for Yatoro. He is absolutely out of control.
Oh, and their carry's going to be in trouble as well. Both cores in big trouble here on the side of Gaming Gladiators, and no TP rotations coming in. So they're just going to run down Duraccio. Do they dive the tower, though? It's a bit scary, and they've run out of resources. So Duraccio lives, but only on the sliver of HP, and it's not doing him much good either. He's going to have to make a run back to the fountain, very likely.
You can see the side lane pressure here. This is another thing that's causing Gaming some issues right now because they want to rotate towards mid, play around Quinn. So every time you bring supports off the side lanes, it's up to Spirit to recreate the pressure there and not let Quinn get away with these skirmishes with the power runes. However, Gaming rotating supports mid will secure that power rune for Quinn. Now it's a question of what he can do with it here. Can you rotate into Yatoro's lane? Is this Weaver killable in the very early game? Calling plus some roots, doable. In fact, they're just going to bring everybody up here. Try and go on Ace again. This is when the low root is susceptible.
Perfect opportunity with the bear now being put on cooldown. They have done serious damage to Ace, killing him so many times, and even maybe catching Tofu here. Selly's going to try and slow him down, but that's two supports without a real stun. They're just going to back away, though. Bottom lane, that was the rotation coming out from Quinn. Mira left a bit alone here as the Beastmaster went for the Lotus instead. Good separation there with Shard, and Quinn doesn't feel like diving too deep.
This is the Helm coming out finished for Collapse. So now you have a second pressure point on the map with your Team Spirit. You've gone through this early game in a pretty decent spot. Yatoro well ahead of the pack. So if he wants to rotate, play with Collapse, start pushing some of these towers, you can start to take Gaming's game plan against them here. As they are still struggling to keep Ace in that offlane. This bear has just been exploited in the early game. So much extra golden XP.
Gets back to the safety of the trees. Gaming Gladiators are here in force, but fortunately the Pango versus the Beastmaster doesn't necessarily leave you the most options. Can't really put to use that Rolling Thunder super well. He's going to try for it anyway, perhaps. Going to force out the Primal Roar. Collapse now going to try and back away with that extra bit of movement speed. Does get hit by the Dark Approach, but that's going to slow him down enough. Good snowball pickup from Mira. That buys him a couple of seconds, but Quinn is going to follow that ball. He is perfectly going to be able to hit him both. The Swashbuckler isn't enough, though. And Duraccio and Quinn are now in trouble. Caught by the coil. Knock him down, and there's not much these supports can do to stop it. In fact, they're just going to feed right alongside the other two of Gaming Gladiators and Team Spirit in a 5-man move. Sweep over Gaming Gladiators, run them down underneath their towers, and even through the portal, Tofu will be denied that exit. Instead, he'll head back to the fountain after a triple kill for Yatoro.
And Yatoro straight back to the top lane, doesn't miss a beat. The downside of all that offlane going wrong for Gaming is Ace didn't even have a bear during all that, so you cannot bring the numbers to that fight. Just an overextension on Collapse that Yatoro was happy to join and get the big Swarm turnaround kill. Of course, beautiful coil, just lock him in place. Let the Weaver do the damage here. This is very deep.
Yeah, this
is almost, it feels like a forced play. Yeah, forced play, if anything, right? And you know the snowball save is going to come out here. This is what I'm saying. You disjoint the missile, you disjoint some of the gyro damage. That turnaround is deadly. Treant's going to give you sustain to just push through a lot of this poke damage. You're also missing the support ults. Orta and Silencer are not too strong with it.
Oh, got the first silence on him. If they can keep it in place, the dead shot moves him back in. They have to use the global, but it will get the job done. A huge kill streak going the way of Ace. His net worth just shot right back up as he got 587 gold for just himself off that kill.
I mean, we're 11 minutes in the game, and Yatoro already had a 6x streak. So Ace absolutely happy to pick that up. That's the power of the global versus the Weaver before he has any sort of dispel item, which looks like it's going to become very late in this game as Yatoro has opted for a Deso build-up. Another reason that kill was pretty valuable, right? You slow down the Deso, limit the charges you can get in these early exchanges. The slower it is, the worse it's going to be. His pace is very strong right now. Of course, Duraccio, we have not seen gyro too much this tournament, but the big upside for this hero is the stacking, right? It's not something we've seen Gaming go back to a lot as the game's been very fast, but this triangle is getting stacked and is waiting for gyro to come and collect. Other Ancients are also doubled up right now. This is a lot of golden XP sitting in the bank for Gaming if they can move Duraccio over there, start to clear through with the max flat cannon. Something that Team Spirit might think about contesting depending on how fast they can push these towers down.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that in this game, it's funny, but I feel like the game plan is kind of swamped where Team Spirit want to be able to run over Gaming Gladiators, take these outer towers so they can disrupt that ancient farming. They're going to go straight to it. No hesitancy whatsoever. Immediate quote, but they don't really have the strength going to be able to bring him down just yet. Protected by all of Gaming Gladiators, who, again, they saw Team Spirit in the bottom lane show up as 5. They will do the same here in the mid lane. Quinn looks to find his mark, looks to see if he can drive right on through and straight to Maposhka. He'll find him here in the corner and clear out most of the trees, but Laurel's actually going to bounce back in here. Maposhka can stand and fight as best he can with the piece off Ace immediately. Laurel trying to make his way out. And the silence, maybe he gets clipped again. He's dead. Couldn't jump to his orb in time. Yeah, they get Ace, but it does cost them quite a bit, as Laurel was a big piece of the momentum for Team Spirit here.
Pofu coming up big. Calling is just going to be their biggest way to deal with puck in these team fights. If you can land it, it's probably a dead puck. You dead shot back into it. It's an extended duration here. Once more, that fight got dragged out. Really nice disengage from Spirit. Draw them back up the ramp. Waste this Rolling Thunder. Chasing Maposhka on the cliff. Yatoro gets another pretty good angle. You can see the aggressiveness they're trying to play with this Beastmaster right now. They're taking a push, not playing defense at all. And once more, the aggression continues. No Rolling Thunder for Quinn right here.
Bubble sounds to try and protect him. Another swashbuckle up in a second. He's actually going to turn and fight as best as possible, but the puck is going to be the end of Quinn. I thought he was going to swashbuckle down and away from the trees. Maybe that was an error.
This is looking all Spirit in this first 50 minutes here. They're getting a lot for their Beast, the star for Yatoro, and now it's just going to have to come back down to the flat cannon, clearing through the Ancients, put Daracho in a spot where he can start to take these fights. This is a position we've not seen Gaming in a while, right? In this tournament especially. They are usually the ones with a very strong lead going into this 15-20 minute mid-game period. All of a sudden they're on the back foot. Damage definitely going to help accelerate Daracho here. Talk about the resiliency of this team, right? There's a reason they're here in this grand finals. There's a reason they've been in a lot of them too. This is not a team that can only play from ahead. They're gonna have to show some resiliency here and playing a little bit from behind, particularly with, I mean, maybe Ace's times, but honestly, he's found a lot given his start. Surprised at how rich he is.
Yeah, he's got 3 deaths. I think his bear has died like 5 different times in this game, but still second in the network chart. Still though, Spirit clearly holding the tempo control of this game. They're up by 3K. They've got to be feeling pretty good about it. Even if they couldn't stop the gyrocopter from clearing out stacks, they don't have to do it the first time around. Just taking these outer towers and trying to scrunch in the map a little bit.
Yeah, take advantage of the fact that Daracho's not ready. And it is dead even. And that would have been my prediction before this series as well.
Probably already knew that.
Goes to show.
I mean, respecting the Ace timing as well, too.
Yes.
Like, this Radiance on the Bear, we have seen them do an incredible amount of work with it, and it's coming soon.
Team Spirit really want to finish off this mid-tower before those timings reach the Aghanim Scepter on Daracho, the Radiance on Ace here.
And these are acceleration items. That's the thing. If you give Gaming time to get to their big farm items in the Radiance and the Aghanim Scepter on Daracho, those items let you fight, but they also let you just clear the map. So holding these tower-ups, if you can limit the space they can use these farming items on in terms of the sides of the map, that's going to feel really nice with this Treant Protector lineup. Maposhka did not go for living armor points early, hasn't even needed them at this point. And all 3 tier 1s are up. Another
bottom lane, Tofu with the calling, trying to protect Mira just outside of that silence. Use the snowball, try and get some distance. Nice dead shot though. Actually hit Laurel in the background.
Yeah, but the exchange on the other side of the map, Ace going down to Yatoro again with this Desolator. Instant reveal, gets 2 charges on it, plus a bear kill as he was just pushing towards that Radiance. 700 off. And this tower dies. This is an influential tower for what Gaming want to do on the map, because now both Ancients are exposed and Yatoro straight in there. He would have liked to have found that stack, but he will be happy to take the net worth away from Daracho, a hero that just needs these camps up.
Now you're going to have to need a bit of a backup plan if you're Gaming Gladiators. You no longer have that good control over the double Ancient stacks like you're talking about.
And look at this fast shard for Yatoro too.
Yeah.
This is where Weaver's just absolutely terrifying. You're getting the extra Geminate hit off the Sakuchi going through everybody with an early Desolator. These heroes just don't have the armor to deal with this right now.
Now,
you don't burst him.
He wants to play super aggressive and like get on top of people, which against these kind of balances could play against them. That's why it's very important for them to get this Aegis, get this second life. It gives them time to get the BKB up on Yatoro, so he can't get punished just yet.
I mean, this man has absolutely no chill. He's not here to win an Aegis. He's here to take it away from you. And right now, he is controlling the tempo of this game. We're gaming into a smoke that yields nothing right there. Nowhere here in time, and still missing those big core items to take the fight anyway. You're still 300 gold off this Radiance for Ace. That's your big 5v5 timing. Just an awkward point. Yatoro playing this game way too fast right now. And the Beastmaster from Collapse speeding everything up. Helm of the Overlord is already done, by the way, so this map pressure is going to escalate.
Gaming Gladiators really not able to do much besides just kind of make sure Duraccio doesn't get smoke ganked. Playing around him heavily. Here comes the pressure from Team Spirit, though.
Radiant's done. This is a good point to get it done if you want to defend this tier 1 mid.
A really fast time lapse there. You could realize Yatoro, I think, felt like he was overextended there. He gets caught once by the silences. There's chances he just died behind the tower, and then that Aegis may be useless. He may just die twice in a row.
And that's why this build is starting to come together for the Aegis, right? Because Yatoro still doesn't have a defensive item. The Global's still very effective here against Spirit. Laurel also considering a BKB this game on Puck early just to deal with the calling and the global silences coming out. Gaming have a lot of tools to lock down these mobility heroes if they can find them. Right now, Mapochka just doing some scouting. Walks it off.
Mapochka, but there's nowhere for him to really run. He knows it too. He's definitely been caught, but he got some good information. Information that'll lead to the pickoff on Ace. He saw all those heroes and he said, guys, this lone druid is alone in the top lane again. Kill him.
It's probably nothing.
The single target physical burst is way too fast for this true form to even be considered in terms of casting. They just had Ace's number. Radiance reveal down the drain as his timings are going to get prolonged yet again, and he's just farming it up. Not too worried about playing on game inside of the map right now, just wants to hit his own BKB. It looks like Team Spirit, they're just going to work towards a triple BKB timing eventually. Look towards that second Roshan with it, get the spell and debuff immunity up for the silences that are causing the problem in the fight. And then you're not too worried about anything as Quinn is getting played by the death.
Yeah, even if you get off the Rolling Thunder, the physical damage from Yatoro is too much for him to handle. Tofu was kind of desperate, wanted to be able to get that kill on Mira, maybe trying to take away the Aegis, but frankly, he doesn't do nearly enough damage right now to deal with this carry, even on low HP like this. Missed the dead shot on Mira. Managed to sidestep that one, and they'll die Tofu pretty easily. Toro does manage to get off the timeline so barely. Meanwhile, Celery's picked off in mid. Team Spirit, they are absolutely outplaying Gaming Gladiators right now on the map. They just know all of these heroes are getting picked apart. There just seems to be no response whatsoever from these Gladiators.
I mean, there's nowhere to run, right? You need to combine the damage here on Gaimin to get anything done right now, and instead it's just Team Spirit going on you on multiple lanes so you can't group up. Aegis still up for 2 minutes here. 8 Deso charges already done for Yatoro. As he is just slowly claiming your soul. This is going to escalate fast. This is a scaling lineup too with all the auras they can bring to the table. The Swarm's going to go through. You have Tusk physical damage to pour in on top of it all, and a Chrysalis for Yatoro. I mean, how many aggressive items does he need in this game?
I love the fact that he's like, yeah, I don't need that BKB yet. Still have the Aegis for another minute and a half. And considering the pace of game right now, it does kind of feel like he's going to get that BKB once the Aegis expires, because this is going to be another team fight and perhaps another objective taken. 21-minute Wisdom Room coming up. Tormentor, an object as well. Silence already going out. They're trying to lock down the speed. They're trying to stop him from killing anybody. It gets off the time lapse though. Forces a little bit of resources out of Gaming Gladiators. Just throwing some damage around ball, looking at that back line.
You got to be careful of giving Duraccio these good flak targets up front, as they're going to trade a bunch of the Bears HP.
They're still looking for Mapochka over here. They don't have the detection to catch him out.
Something is going wrong with the detection on this tree, and for sure, he's just getting way too much information, way too deep right now. Team Spirit will play it safe, play it slow. Aegis out in 50 seconds, so you have to think about the timer here.
Look at that first damage. Quinn caught by the coil and instantly killed by Yatoro. And you can feel Yatoro seeing an opportunity. They're going to be able to cut down Celery. And now he goes to the kill. The Aegis has expired, but the rest of the team provides his second life coming back up. He's going to stretch their ways. Looks over to Tofu next. Now, last left, perhaps Duraccio trying to run him down. Duraccio doing as best he can, but up against 3 different cores, he can't actually fight back. He has to get away. Oh, missing out on the dead shot. Yatoro is unstoppable. He's just diving in the base like it's nothing.
You just think about it again. 30 HP is the only thing that'll save you from this man right now. He's just running rampages through the fight. 12 and 2 in 22 minutes. He is just taking everything and more. He has the auras to back him up. This aggressive item build has paid off in spades.
The aggressiveness of Yatoro I've seen in very few players at TI before. I mean, that play when he was forfeiting, gets skewered into the base, and then he waveforms deeper into the base. That's the kind of aggression this guy's playing with right now.
You gotta play to win. You play not to lose, it eventually will happen. Right now, Team Spirit just taking over the map. Really good deep wards on those fights. Will get dewarded from Gaming, but that's the power of what Miposhka is providing them with this tree. All of these fights and pickoffs, they've been scouted. He's been on Gaming side of the map for a lot of it. Paid off with a large degree, this early tree and shard. Doing some work. And of course, the vision's really nice versus these silencer lineups, because if you're the one initiating on Gaming, forcing out awkward globals, taking some damage on your backline, the fight gets very weird very fast, and suddenly Toro goes in, he kills somebody, time lapses out, there's a black dragon, horns of fire on somebody else. Too many fires to put out quite literally here. And once more, Miposhka just scouting out the moves from Gaming, gives them all the setup in the world. This is deadly, man. The cores from Spirit are converging on top lane.
Look at Miposhka, man. He doesn't care if he gets caught. As long as he gets information for his team, he knows all 5 heroes of Gaming Gladiators are up here, so Team Spirit are going to slowly approach. They're going to group up together and take this fight.
Yatoro just time-lapse to the fountain and back to get his BKB. He will not have time-lapse for this fight. I don't need it.
With the 3-man coil, Yatoro's right in there with his fresh BKB. Delay the game in these corners. Once again, Ace has no chance with the bear, and of course the Beastmaster's gonna lock down that ball. You're not going anywhere, Quinn. They're gonna catch more. Toby's gonna be last one down. Darachu only survives because of his TP.
Everything coming together. Triple BKB instantly revealed all together on the exact fight Miposhka sets up. It's just beautiful gameplay here from Team Spirit, and Gaming still searching for answers, because the second these fights start, they're already over. They don't even know they're coming.
Yep.
Yatoro, he does not need an ultimate at all to take these engagements when they are completely one-sided. It'll be more objective pushing. This is just a beautiful 4-man overgrowth setup. You could not ask for anything more. Swarm hits everybody, and then you get to save Roar for the Rolling Thunder after Ace goes down to just right-clicks. Making it look easy out here.
The item timings, the positioning, all of it is just so perfect for Team Spirit.
That's the power of vision. This is a team that won a TI previously off of vision advantage, and they're showing why. The Beastmaster might have got nerfed in this regard, but Miposhka doing his best Hawk impersonation.
If you want to be worried about the Chen of Gaming Gladiators, I think it's the Tree Protector of Team Spirit that may become a problem in this series. Maybe there's just not enough sentries in the world for you to buy to catch this guy.
I mean, he's dewarding them too. That's the problem. They are lacking sentries. They are lacking the detection. No one wants to buy a gem right now. I mean, you don't want to have to buy a gem for a Tree Protector, but we're getting to that point. And every time one of these fights goes wrong, you fall a little bit more behind with the... I mean, core heroes that don't want to function in these team fights from behind, right? Particularly the Gyrocopter. This is a hero you want to accelerate with the triangle, accelerate with the ancient camps, put him in a prime position like a Luna or something where he goes in that fight, he's the absolute raid boss. Darachu has escaped these fights, but across his teammates' tombstones as cannot output the firepower to match what Team Spirit are bringing with the ball right now. And everything is looking towards this next Roshan, which Team Spirit would be very, very happy to collect and put an Aegis on Yatoro with his aggressive DPS build. Not to mention, I mean, Laurel is picking up the speed, right? He's just going for the Maelstrom right-click puck. It's also a fearsome late-game beast, especially when you have that Beastmaster aura pumping in attack speed to everybody on this lineup. You have tag team to buff the physical. You're gonna have multiple scaling right-click cores here for Team Spirit. You're gonna need armor on Gaming at some point. You're gonna need survivability. Satanics, AC, anything to buy you time in this fight.
Gaming Gladiators only getting caught there. The overgrowth not quite landing onto Quinn. He'll survive as a result of that. Yatoro still gonna have a poke at them though. We time lapses away before the silences catch him out.
Tower is under siege.
So aggressive, man. He's going to start backing away with the rest of his team. As you said, 19,000 net worth lead. They're very comfortable. It's really just not slipping up at this point in time. That starts with being able to get the second Roshan of the game, and then comes the high ground push, which Gaming Gladiators, I don't know, what do you feel better about, a Roshan contest or a high ground play?
Maybe game 2. High ground play for sure, right? You let him go into you, abuse the backward to call a really strong defensive spell. That's a nice pickoff.
And it actually hit nice with the gem on the ground.
Yeah, okay, so you needed a gem in this game. Miposhka will give it to you. That's a big pickup. Limit the vision, limit Miposhka's aggressive positioning. That was very deep, right? Especially for Team Spirit looking towards this next Roshan. They have the Beastmaster creep in the pit scouting it out. A rich man's Hawk, for lack of anything better. Just waiting on their vision.
Yeah, the sad part for Gaming Gladiators is they can't actually do anything off of that play, besides
Dyer's
getting a
middle
little bit more
tower is
farm
under
than
siege.
normal. They'll be able to push out some of the side lanes. I assume they know that Team Spirit's going to be doing Roshan sometime soon. Of course, they're doing it right now, and it happens so
Dyer's middle
quickly.
tower
Gives
is
you
under attack.
such a
Roshan,
small window
who was just
if you're
mined
gaming gladiators to actually be able to contest. So you're right. They're going to play for the high ground. They're going to try and see if they can make Team Spirit slip on that staircase.
Just a question of what are they going to get up for that high ground defense, right? It's the Daedalus on Dyrachyo. That's going to be the big DPS item here. Ace is just, I mean, he's just going Wraith Bands. He didn't even get to anything else in this time period. It's just going to be armor up, try and survive the initial burst. Now, these Wraith Bands are pretty nice versus Team Spirit's minus armor, right? So they are very good value. I don't blame him for doing this, but in that other Lone Drew game we saw, I mean, he had a full harpoon before he went back for these Wraith Bands, so yeah, it tells you how far behind he is off that, you know, first 15 minutes. Team Spirit shutting him down right now. The question is, how do you want to go high ground? Because there is a calling to fight into, there is a Rolling Thunder that can abuse you on the choke points. There's the Radiance Burn with Mischance and a resummon, assuming it's hard to jump Ace initially. And of course, Global can bail out any sort of initiation from the Tusk or the Beast. See how strong Yatoro really feels he is if he thinks he can just walk up and start hitting this tier 3. Wouldn't surprise me. Maybe that's why he's gone Scotty here. Level 20 done for the Weaver with Scotty completed a double damage rune and a quiver.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you get hit once by this Weaver, I think you're gone on the supports.
And that's a huge problem for Dyrachyo as well, because he doesn't have that Satanic buildup yet. So he doesn't have the sustain to be able to stand toe-to-toe against the Weaver for too long, Ace.
I don't know if you know what's coming for you right now, but you're not going to like it.
It's going to be a shot to the back of the head.
Gone!
Blown away by Yatoro, and they catch Quinn in the mid lane. They don't need Yatoro to make this kind of play. Laurel activates his BKB to catch the opposing mid laner, and with 2 dead, a double damage activated. Team Spirit, all but just waiting for the creep wave to catch up with them.
Well, that's one way to break the high ground, just one-shot an enemy offlane carry hero, and force it with a double damage here. Yatoro has AC aura behind him now as well, so that Deso plus the Swarm plus the AC is just going to amp this physical through the roof right now, which makes this high ground a lot more tempting.
There goes the jump, BKB immediately activated by Dyrachyo, but there's that physical damage. Dyrachyo, he can't actually stand up against Yatoro and has to back away to the back. Yatoro, yeah, he's just going to go for it. He got it! Oh, no way! The final bit of damage required. Yatoro can claim it.
Yatoro, boss. This man knows no fear, no limits right now. He's just taking your base at 30 minutes. A position Gaiman is used to putting their opponents in. The news has been pulled taut here as Team Spirit have just given them nothing on the map, it feels like, for 15-20 minutes. Ace can't even escape the tier 3s right now. You have to take a high ground defense without your carry. Watch another lane disappear.
Yeah, I don't see how they stop this without Dyrachyo.
I mean, I think Mira can also jump if he really wants to just force the issue.
Yeah.
This Tuskar is hella tanky right now. Gossamer came drummed. Happy to start the engagement, particularly if you find a good core target. He got feared on the jump. That was incredibly impressive, actually, but it will not yield them the fight. It'll be a second lane.
2 lanes barracks up for Team Spirit. And they still have a minute and a half left on that second life for the Weaver. That final push, I mean, if you're Team Spirit, you're here playing a full best of 5 against Gaming Gladiators, why not make the first game quick? Just for your own sake.
Yeah, give them a taste of their own medicine.
Uh-huh.
Show that the Zoo is indeed not dead. That's the scary part of this game for me. You have Collapse on a hero that, I mean, they have been incredibly proficient with, right? This was a first phase ban at Riyadh for a reason. Yep. It is a Collapse signature hero, but it's not one of those big jump stunners that everybody's afraid of. They're afraid of the Collapse Magnus, the Collapse stunners. This is a hero that just took over the map. He farmed, he played his game with Yatoro, and it was the raw aggression and objective taking that put gaming on the back foot. It's a scary thought if Team Spirit are taking
doing it again, isn't he? Yeah.
Own strat against you, and yeah, time lapse to the base for some Daedalus action. Your own X marks the spot.
That is so much burst damage. When he's got the enchanted quiver on top of that.
This is an insane, like, single hit, right? It doesn't take much. Sakuchi's in, hits you instantly, can start to run away. You're just getting chunked. This is the strength of Weaver right now. 15-2 for Yatoro.
Mira looking for his opening. Gaming Gladiators, it seems pretty clear. They can't take an honest fight against Team Spirit anymore. They're going to have to play around the fountain here. As the jump forward, the three, Doyle is slowly taking him out. Tofu does manage to live for now. Gets back to the fountain. But Team Spirit, they still have more opportunities to come. The Aegis is going to expire. So Gaming Gladiators managed to weather that storm. And it's possible that Team Spirit may decide that it's best just to wait for a third road shot before they end it.
Laurel's happy to give the Aegis up. It'll free up another slot for him at the rate he's going.
Yeah, seriously.
He just wants more damage, more survivability. Everything is great for him right now. The scary part is you can still work towards a Tuskags in this game. I mean, Mira's quite farmed.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about a high ground break mechanism. They really get into stalemate, and he's going to kick someone out. And just going straight into the
Oh, man, that damage is just building up so quickly. Quinn's got it in an instant. So is the Bear. Duraggio battling up against Laurel, but the big bad boss of the fight is definitely Taro. And once he turns his eye on a hero, game over for this one. The Team Spirit making absolutely no qualms about shutting Gaming Gladiators out in their own style. 33 minutes and it's done.
Such a one-sided game one. I mean, nice lower bracket run, right? Welcome to the grand finals here. Welcome to the ultimate boss of Dota right now. As you might have won 3 majors, you might have made it all the way here, but if you can't find a way to break this team, which nobody else has been able to do, you're going to go home empty-handed.
And Gaming Gladiators, like they had such a good run leading up to this, right? They lost 1 game in this playoff run of theirs, and that was against Team Liquid. The only
Dire's middle barracks is under attack. Dire's middle barracks has been destroyed. Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Mega kill! The wild spirits. Monster kill!
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege. Radiant has fortified its structures. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. You might want to look into that. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Dominating! Double kill! More to go! Triple kill!
Take this.
Nothing better. Killing spree! Ultra kill!
Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle barracks is under attack.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Dire's middle tower is under siege. Radiant's bottom barracks has been destroyed. Radiant's middle barracks is being attacked. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has been destroyed. Radiant's middle tower has been destroyed. Radiant's middle tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has been destroyed.
Unstoppable!
Radiant's entrance is under attack. Dire's ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiant team ban. Radiant's ban. Dire's ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds to go. Radiant's ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Dire's pick. Radiant's pick. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Streak on the Lone Druid. It was 4-0 before the last game. They took that one out. Now it's time to take out arguably maybe his second best hero of the tournament.
Yeah, I think that just speaks to the confidence of Team Spirit. I think last game they left the Pangolin in, they left the Lone Druid in. They will have something prepared for each of the heroes. Something to know is like, they've sort of been chilling for a bit, you know, to get to watch Gladiators play a lot of games. They're going to have the time to develop a counter strat for each one of these picks. I think what Fear said was right on the mark, like making sure that Diracha doesn't play these aggressive carries and keeping off the Weaver and CK, it looks really good for him. So I think they'll continue to want to do the same line of thought, like just make sure that your Diracha's game's a bit sort of slowed down. Ooh.
And this was definitely a change that they made in the draft. They decided to collapse Magnus, so let it through. They played it only one single time at this TI, and that was in their last series. And Collapse was an absolute madman in that series, doing what he was doing at TI-10, just getting all the skewers in the world here. He didn't have the strongest early game, but I think if you do put this in the off lane, I correct me if I'm wrong, probably not the strongest offlaner right now with the way he builds, but they played with a Shadow Demon last time. They just got a lot of stacks up, so maybe we can look for them to ban out the Shadow Demon so Mag doesn't have that recovery option.
Yeah, Shadow Demon is one of the best heroes to counter Primal builds. Primal builds also, it's like it's countering him on all stages of the game. It doesn't let him get stacks, it's cancelling his ulti, you can hide him, when he get BKB you hide your teammate. It's actually an amazing hero against this. I think it's probably one of the best support counters to Primal.
Is there anything else you think Gaimin are debating here that could be an even more important ban? Like, you know, the classic, if you haven't watched Dota for a bit, you're like, oh, Magnus, now there's going to be an Empower carry. Is there anything that is a really strong Empower carry that's also good against Primal? No, it's going to be the Shadow Demons, right on point there. What are you thinking for Spirit here? Are you saving your Tauros hero until the very end, or is there something valuable you could grab now against the Primal? And on top of that, do you expect this to go offlane even? Quinn has played Primal as well.
I would probably think they want to wait just because there is that potential of the flex. I think when you play with Magnus, you actually don't need to think about the Empower too much. For example, you play some PA with Magnus, usually you actually still buy the Battle Fury, just because Dota's there's just a lot of camps. You don't want to make one of your other cores run to another core in order just to empower you. I think right now they should think that they've given them the Primal Beast. Right now they need something that does enough damage to kill it. I think probably, do you know if A was banned last game, or is it just unpicked unbanned? I think that's sort of rare for this tournament, honestly. I think it was picked and banned pretty much first phase in like most of the other games I've seen. I think they could look at something like an AA. You see Phoenix is already out, and the Shadow Demon's out, so I think they want to make sure that they get a support who can deal with this Primal.
A looks pretty interesting, like, but it's also need a good partner on lane, because it's not the strongest laner, I guess, on easy lane, but Miposhka plays it very, very good, like on next level.
Dyer's pick.
Enchantress. That's a 5 that is strong in lane, I've heard.
We're gonna do a cringy mid.
They're gonna cringe the mid this one with Enchantress for sure. This is one of Miposhka's like signature heroes. He's really good at this, and I think when you do play a hero like Magnus, who will take a little more time, might be a little bit slower, having that early game pressure can help a lot. And we'll have to see, like, I believe Varl probably still can play the Magnus if they want to go that route, but normally when you do see it on Spirit, you'll have to automatically think Collapse. But will Gaimin also automatically think Collapse as well, or are they going to respect it and think that it could be a potential mid laner?
Yeah, I think Enchantress is also one of the supports that eventually you're actually the one who could kill the tanky heroes. Miposhka, he pretty much always plays for the Hurricane Pike plus Moonshard and BKB. Like I saw sometimes Seller, he's playing for like the Solar Crest Pipe, but I usually don't see Miposhka go for that type of build.
Something interesting to that point is I was reading over a breakdown of team farm distribution, and for Team Spirit, I think Miposhka has a higher average gold per game than Mira does, right? So it's clearly by design that they're giving Miposhka a lot of space in the game as a position 5, and obviously this, as you guys pointed out, can turn into a carry. Do you think there's like a specific type of 4 that is perfect for that mindset? That, okay, if Ench needs to take some space at some point in the game and get strong, this is the type of 4 you want to pair it with, or is it kind of not really that relevant and you're just counterpicking specific heroes rather than making a duo?
I think it's mostly Mira playstyle, like we both share the responsibilities of 4 and 5 in a way, so it kind of looks like we're both playing 4 and 5 and even sharing warding a lot of times, so I think any hero Mira gonna play is gonna fit with role.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mira in general, he just likes to play the damage that just follows up. He plays a lot of Dark Willow. He plays the Phoenix as well with the Grimstroke, Skywrath, these type of heroes that don't farm very fast, but they do go for kills. And of course, Enchantress, you know how fast this hero can farm as well. So Miposhka just gets more gold by nature of the heroes he plays. But I do like how Gaming Gladiators, they're sticking to their guns quite literally here with the Morta yet again for Tofu here. And I like this combination a lot with the Nature's Prophet as well. You just come in, you sprout them, you get a free deadshot target on the sprout, and you just push them back. So a lot of synergy there.
Do you think there is going to be the necessity for Nature's Prophet maybe even to rotate? Like, how does this lane matchup go between what we're assuming is a 5 position Ench playing in the safe lane versus a 4 Muerta offlane? Is that one of the matchups that Muerta will struggle in, or can she hold her own?
I think it's a pretty stable lane for Muerta. It always depends a little bit for Ench. There's a little bit element of RNG. Sometimes you want the hard camp to spawn even if you're playing against Ench because you think you control the side, but then it spawns Wildkins and you're just like, oh, I guess I lost a lane. But I think especially with a Faceless Void who's like a more stable laner that you don't harass as much, you can actually use this to your advantage on the Muerta side. I think most likely this is going to be Ace Primal. If you have Muerta and Primal Beast together, you can like, Miposhka have to be really careful on the edge. You can get 100 to 0 really quickly in the lane.
And there's the Grimstroke that you were mentioning, Fear coming out.
Yeah,
be expected on Mira.
Great partner for Magnus, and overall it's pretty good hero against Primal Beast too. Overall, Void and Magnus is one of the best like partners, and this is looking scary if the game get delayed a bit, because we have insane amount of AoE, BKB control, AoE.
And I think if you're Gaming Gladiators here, if you're fitting the bill of like needing a Dyrachyo as hero, the hero that kind of stands out the most that they're successful with this would be an Alchemist around this point. And a lot of the other heroes that he might want to go for, like the Razor, you're not going to pick that versus a Faceless Void. Potentially, if they want to, it could be an okay Wraith King game to carry. It would be a bit faster, so...
I really like the Wraith King actually. I think it'd be really stable in lane. Right now I think they should want something that they can leave alone in the safe lane. If you have the Wraith King in the safe lane, even if your lane starts to go slightly bad, you can just go to the bad camps, and this allows Fearon to make the plays. I think right now their #1 priority is making sure that their supports are freed up to rotate onto mid.
will this fit the bill, though, for how Deracho has been playing in your face, hitting these really fast timings and running at you? Definitely the same style as like an Alchemist, but probably comes on a little bit slower because you don't get that blink as early. But if he has good laning stage, it could do what they need him to do.
Are we getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here? Is this guaranteed to be carry Wraith King? We've seen Gaming Gladiators the off lane, and they could put the primal mid. I feel like the flex is still there. What would you guys rather like to see if you were in their shoes right now? Do you think that the Wraith King 1 or the 3 fits the bill better here?
10 seconds
I'd be really happy with the Primal Beast on 3 and Wraith King on 1, but they definitely could do it. They could switch it up if they, even like at the end of the draft, they could pick another hero that's flexible to another role and just keep Spirit guessing. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I think personally though, like the only other hero I can see sort of slotting into the safe lane would be the Alchemist that Fear mentioned. And I'm not too sure like if he does that job better than Wraith King. I think he's a bit more susceptible
to
pressure.
So they are keeping
So they are thinking that it can be an offlane Wraith King in mid primal.
Yeah, we can still pick a carry hero too, but we are not really flexing that much because last pick is still on Team Spirit.
Seconds
I'm just looking at what carry heroes are left that if they get banned here, that's going to be good versus Void. Is Wraith King going to be the most punishing hero for a Faceless Void in the laning stage as well? These are all the decisions that they need to come up with, because Wraith King is already really greedy if it's an offlaner, which would give you more space technically as a carry to make things happen, but a lot of the good ones that can be faster are probably just going to get removed.
This is quite a rare sight in the last phase, right? To see a team ban one carry and one offlaner. I think most of the time you kind of commit to the one idea, okay, this is the biggest threat, is that they put the heroes in this way. But the way Spirit seems to be approaching this is these are the two specific heroes that cause the most problem for our Faceless Void, it seems like. Do you guys think this Lone Druid ban would have been, or this Lone Druid would have been a really big problem for their safe lane to deal with?
I feel like that should have been a Spectre maybe, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I also watching it Spectre and I thought to point it out, like it might give the tempo what we needed, because this hero now like is really aggressive and it cannot add up to the Furion global pressure.
Can't really get chronoed either, right? Like Magnus initiations kind of get ruined by this hero. It's a little bit different. You don't have the global until you get the Aghanims, but still, whenever you think about playing versus a Faceless Void, you want to play a hero that just doesn't show up to the fights with illusions or has 2 lives, or can just have infinite jump from like anywhere on the map. So that could be a good choice if they do want to put this Primal into the mid lane.
These actually are 2 pretty decent mid bans for Primal as well. Both Necrovals and Evoker I think have pretty good matchups for some. So I think they might be looking to get a new carry here.
10 seconds
Just the Invoker
to go.
ban protecting against the EMP for the Wraith King regardless of role.
Radiance pick.
I think it's Daryl Frontal. Okay, Morphling.
Well, this hero is like pretty decent in lane versus the Magnus because you can match his humongous base damage. There's really no kill threat as well with the Magnus against the Morphling, so that does help a lot. And of course, the attribute shift will help if you get Chronosphered.
10 seconds
but this
to
hero
go.
is slow, and this is not how Gaimin has been winning most of their games, by Deracho just sitting back and hitting timings. They've been in your face, so it looks like Gaimin's adapting to the series.
They might sort of have a read, because they have a Furion versus Grimstroke, which I think is a very favorable support.
Coming full circle here.
But I think if Morphling wins his lane, then he can actually be a hero that's sort of impossible to kill on the map, and he's actually pressuring a safe lane, but you have to win your lane in order for that to happen.
I believe this matchup, the Morphling against Magnus, was the exact one that Spirit played against LGD in the upper bracket. Is that correct? I think that was how they tried to solve
Yes, they did.
Nothing to say Magnus.
Yeah.
Do you think the conditions here are equally good? Obviously, Spirit did come out ahead in that game with the Toro on the Morph. Or is there something to be worried about for Deracho?
It's a different type of game, I would say, because in the last game, like Collapse was playing CK, just crushing the lanes, which allowed Yatoro to get the farm, and Spirit has proven that in late game, they're that type of team to take it.
All right, that's going to conclude the draft for us here. We are going to go over to a coach interview with CY from Gaming Gladiators.
5 seconds.
This game needs to start off very well for Gaming Gladiators because while this may be a best of 5, this game too feels particularly important, Avery. I mean, last game, Spirit, they took your best trait, your speed, took it away from you and turned it right back around. They ended that game so fast.
And this time, they're going to take the late game and the scale, right? Void Magnus. This is a lineup that is very happy to go into that late game. And particularly when you have Yatoro in the reins that faces Void, it is a fearsome beast. This is a strat that goes all the way back to, I remember, TI6, TI5 era, where people were developing the Magnus. Wings Gaming were a team that took this strat all the way to the grand finals. We're happy to play this Magnus with the Void, particularly on Shadow. This is a throwback for me, being back in Seattle, seeing this once more on the main stage here. We're going to see what Team Spirit can do to get to that late game once again against Gaming, who have continually punished teams for the greed, for the slowness, for the willingness to go to 60 to 70 minutes. They just don't want to let you get there. But here they've gone for kind of a hybrid draft, right? Going for Morphling in their own hands on Dyrachyo, a hero he is perhaps more infamous than famous for.
Yeah,
in some sense.
Well, I mean, the right kind of performance on a TI final that could change the entire narrative about his Morphling. He's going to try and do just that by taking down Yatoro's Faceless Void. But there's also some other notable heroes. I feel like we focused a lot on Yatoro in that last game for a good reason. He had a monster performance, but there's also some other big ones here for Team Spirit. I'm looking at that Maposhka Enchantress, man. I feel like this is Enchantress and Chens, they are really scary in this current meta, even if we don't see them all the time. I mean, we saw the way that Chen worked for Gaming Gladiators, and Maposhka is going to try and make that Enchantress work for the laning phase.
Enchantress is a hero both these teams really highly value and contest. It's a hero that's been banned against Gaming a lot, so they opted to take it away here. It's also a hero that can deal pretty well with Primal Beast in those mid games with the Enchant ruining his charge in. I don't know, when I saw that Ench come out, it gave them the tempo they needed with a Magnus opener to feel really good about it, so they just don't fall behind too much on the lanes. And a quick little body block to push it under the tower here to try and secure the equilibrium. Very heads-up play. Dyrachyo read it, got a block of his own, and it will end up outside the tower. So nice heads-up play by Dyrachyo to counteract that, as they're going to start 3 top. Maybe looking for a cheeky kill on the Furion, who's TP'd up here.
Yeah, that would actually be an interesting idea, but they quickly abandoned that. Celery waves goodbye to the Enchantress as Maposhka heads back down to that bottom lane, which is going to be Ace and Tofu in the Muerta plus Wraith King, the double undead hero against the Faceless Void of Yatoro and then Enchantress.
A very deadly lane as well. We've seen a lot of like the Wraith King Dark Willow come back. That was a classic a couple TIs ago. Wraith King, Muerta equally as strong. You get the insta-stun into silence, into Deadshot, pushes you back in. Your attack speed so you can't fight. Skeletons are hitting you. Very high kill threat on this lane, and a lot of pushing power if you start to run away with it. So this is an off lane for Gaimin. They want to go very well. They want Ace to drive the tempo and the objective control of the game, which is something he didn't get to do last time because Team Spirit brought the game parade to him, right? So that's a big question as well. Do Spirit decide to commit the same resources into shutting Ace down this time around? And does that just inadvertently free up more room for Dyrachyo on a hero that I feel like has a better time this game than the Gyro did in that last one? The stronger hero in the meta, and
it is
decent matchups, and yep, already on the board.
Yeah, you said this combo is deadly. Any sort of forward position that can output some good damage off that Wraithfire Blast. Got to be careful if you're a support in lane. Gaming Gladiators will find the opening kill.
And this early game is going to be a question for Gaimin in terms of how much they get out of it, because they have the Furion that can TP, accelerate the lane ganks. They have a Primal Beast who can just gobble up runes, gank side lanes very early. He is the king of it. Maybe not a hero we've seen Quinn play a lot, but one he has practiced very well in pubs recently and is very comfortable on. So this could be an incredibly fast early game just in terms of the gank potential, not necessarily just taking your towers, which is also a reason if that Wraith King lane goes really well for Gaming, it's a lane they can easily rotate to. Because again, the kill threat's just so damn high.
Heal too much, and now they're going to turn back around with the Nature's Attendants leveled up. Ace will take a bit of damage as he heads back in, but Yatoro doesn't want to miss his CS. Right now, lanes are going pretty well for, despite that early first blood. We got the Pango taking the top spot on the CS chart. Nice dead shot.
Laurel can do this. It was kind of a quiet Pango game last time around, right? I think Quinn was struggling to find his openings, and this is a hero you can get to play your tempo game, to control the runes combat, where Quinn wants to go with the Primal Beast. You can definitely turn some of those ganks around. I think that's what Laurel's looking more more than being the aggressor, right? I think him just going in these lanes is going to be difficult because you don't have a lot of damage fall, but if Game and overextend dive you under one of these side lane tier 1s, then suddenly the Penguin can come in with a counter gank and the Thunder and turn things around. You're really happy with that type of gameplay here. Because again, you're farming it up. You got Magnus Face of Void. You know Game and are going to go into you.
This is a hard duo to match up against. You throw that Inkswell on the Magnus. He pulls you closer with the Shockwave. You get hit by the stun, and then that stun leads into a free skewer back. So even underneath your tower, you are not safe.
And the Grimshark could be really nice this game as well. Just throwing it on these cores that want to jump in, get the extra, debuff them out, reset the fight or the primal. These types of interactions could help them take the team fights in the mid game when they're likely going to be behind a little bit in terms of the speed. Because Demon are pulling a decent position out in terms of the laning phase here. Doing pretty well on their cores in terms of CS.
He gave him the Harpy. That's going to make a big difference in this bottom lane. He'll die now, but does some decent economic damage. And he's got a small little hellbear to work with too.
It's also just fine. Mid gets to sit down here. There's a lane that eventually will kick him out. Quinn amping up the pressure here. Has a little bit of an XP advantage. Pushing this triple ranged Raven. I mean, it's pretty rare you get 3 range creeps being pushed into the tower. Laurel cleaning it all up. No roam coming in early here. Just way too high on the HP to make it look enticing. Side lanes. Vital to your game plan. Still, he's just going to go for it.
Here comes the rotation though. Mira gets the Inkswell underneath the tower, but he stops him midway through the charge, and Quinn, caught underneath the tower, will die.
Sometimes greed is good, and sometimes you get punished for it. Mira happy to counter that. Push Laurel ahead in the XP. Now you're going to have a Rolling Thunder.
Oh, what a sprout! Collapse, cut down a tree, but he was still stuck on the corner there. Did have some stick charges to work with though, and so he will survive for now. They wanted to be able to punish the fact that Mira had to TP into that mid lane, but couldn't quite finish the job.
It's a game about pressure. Every time one of these supports makes a move, you need to create the pressure somewhere else. And you just can't clump on. You get the numbers. Yatoro gets put back into the silence.
Oh, he time locks up. Now he's still kind of in a sticky spot here. Gaming Gladiators are going to try and run him down, looking to throw the blood grenade, but he'll make the difference. He's going to show up with that Rolling Thunder. They do manage to finish him up with the true support spot. Laurel, he'll be collecting some heads here.
Even the Wolf gets hits in
there on the corner, but that's okay. The Swashbuckle will finish the job.
A lot of XP going into the Pango and the Ench down here. Yatoro, a little sad he died there and doesn't get it for himself, but I mean, that's sometimes the life of a Faceless Void versus a lineup that is going to press you, is going to go for that kill. And if it was a lot cleaner, maybe Gaming can just walk that off, but here they get the rotation in. Suddenly his Pango's having a terrific game off of that in the turnaround mid. And those are those counter turns that Laurel's looking for, right? Yep. Force the Raid King in, force this Morphling into an aggressive situation. Maybe Quinn dives you, and that's when you get the strike here. Arcane Rune picked up for Quinn. This is a really nice rune on the hero.
CFC pops in here to try and deal with Mira. The silence is going to last a while. Can he get it? Yes. Quinn, very fast with the trigger there. Does manage to get him. Collapse going to try and dissuade Quinn of that notion. And he does manage to do so successfully, keeping him off his support.
And the quelling. Saving Mira at the end from this Sprout, so value pickup already for him. Arcane Rune's still in the bottle, so Quinn can still look for a rotation off this, and he probably wants to. I mean, his early game is getting a little slow here, and you have threat on the side lanes, right? And this is where the Primal Beast strikes really hard, really fast, gets momentum going for the team. And it's your theoretical ideal. You just shove in mid, make the move. Wisdom Rune. There is a Furion.
There is. There's always the opportunity of the Celery to try and make a move, but I feel like the teams have been really good at protecting their Wisdom Runes against invasions, particularly against the Nature's Prophet. More times than not, it seems like Nature's Prophet tries to make that kind of move. He just walks into a trap.
Just a hard gamble. If you use your teleport for that, you're dead on the map for 60 seconds, and your chances to get it should be minimal in a PI Grand Final, I want to say.
Yeah. Good D-ward there. That'll help because Quinn wants to be able to make moves, particularly with this Arcane Rune, which he's going to put to use now. Caught a mid-shield crash. So that ability no longer there with the 2 support rotations. It's easy to kill Laurel.
Exactly what they're looking for. Combine the calling dead shot with this Primal Beast. Anybody goes down to it at this point, and this is where you want to ramp up the speed. Start getting the map in a position where you can just guarantee the power runes for Quinn and get the connections going, and hopefully lead to like jungle invasion, right? Because the one thing you have to think about with the Magnus is the stacks, and if their carry just gets to sit in triangle and double ancients and clear through them at that point in time, the earlier you take down these tier 1s, the earlier you get aggressive obs out, the happier you're going to be when that period comes. Another power rune should be secure from Quinn here.
Oh, these runes are getting a little crazy. Oh, that skewer looks like Quinn's collapse. as he does a ton of damage onto himself thanks to the trample from Quinn. Watch out by his own Sprout, though. He's going to try and get to the other side of this cliff. Laurel does hop down to chase after him, though.
Laurel showing the power of a non-real hero in his hands as he will take that rune away from Quinn. No haste. I mean, that's one of those situations you almost rather take the haste rune. It's so damn good on your hero. Collapse will suicide himself to take Quinn out in the process.
Kind of have to be careful with those skewers against the Primal Beast. Kind of movement could be deadly.
Look at this, just a quick rotation on the supports. Power of Enchantress, early creep takes down 2/3 of this tier 1 mid.
Yeah.
Didn't even feel like that was a real move, but they still got a lot of this tier 1 tower damage out from it. Once again, it's Gaimin responding to some early objective pressure. The whole time this is happening, it's also space on the side lanes, which means Toro got to catch up a bit. He's not the one getting ganked or killed by the calling here. Very happy with that. Ace not able to force them off lane yet. However, Gaimin doing a bit of stacking of their own, and maybe that's something they took out of that game 1, right? Like, you go in game 1, you try and run Spirit over, instead they run you over. Okay, this is not a team we're going to beat in 20 minutes. Not a team we're going to beat in 25. Maybe we go back to some of our other tricks, other things up our sleeve. Efficiency on the map. Yeah, this is a team that is stacked their whole way through the season. Going back to it now when it matters.
And particular strength of Western Europe in general. So I love those DPC matches throughout the year. Stacking was a big factor for all of those teams. Ace does have the reincarnation here, but it looks like Team Spirit want to try and burn it away from him. The Skeletons will push back, though. While Brother does chased away.
Brother against Brother here. Whose Skeletons are better?
Well, right now, it's going to be Quinn trying to jump in, but immediately stopped by Laurel. Once again, with the counter initiation, Quinn's trying to get out of here, but he's going to be caught. Ace-12 plus the Psalms is going to try and trample his way over the left-hand side. And he is slowed down, pulled back in by Collapse, though. Oh, and Chronosphere actually locking away these two other cores right behind the tower. Zeller's trying to stop him now as they turn back around on Ace, trying to finish him up. There goes that reincarnation. Garaccio doesn't have much mana to work with, and on the fresh life, Ace is going to be pulled back underneath that tower again, just like Quinn. We're in trouble now. Garaccio's under this one as well, surrounded by 5 heroes. He's going to start desperately morphing into shrink and try and wait for him over the left-hand side, but with all of this damage, he just cannot get far enough away. Gaimin Gladiators will lose all 3 of their cores, and that attempt at a fight at bottom lane.
That is the danger of making an aggressive move into this Pangolier. Grimstroke, the turnaround potential is just so damn high, and time dilation absolutely ruined Garaccio as he goes in that engagement, gets time dilated, can't do anything for the rest of the fight. Of course, Quinn, he ate the big bolts. Still trying to make something happen in this early game with a very aggressive mid that can do it, but he's just struggling. Feels a bit too tanky for him to bring down alone, and the combinations, they haven't been exactly on point for Gaimin. This will give a really nice bump to Laurel, who is just beasting on these early game fights. It's going to be a very fast Pangolier diffusal in this game. And these are some heroes that are susceptible to mana burn, right? You're looking at 2 strength cores and a Morphling that also doesn't like his mana getting burned with an early diffusal. Back to clearing some stacks, and net worth still looking pretty good for Gaimin, but the fights are just not going their way.
Particularly when you know the Wraith King wants to rush this Radiance as quick as possible, which means an Ag Shard, he really doesn't want to have to buy that until at least after the Radiance. There's definitely a timing here where this Pango could punish Ace heavily.
Especially since it's just done. This is 11:30 Arcane Boost Diffusal. This is crazy fast. In a game where they maybe expected Laurel to not have the freest time. Up against the Primal Beast with a Furion who can rotate.
They're supposed to shut him out early, win that lane, and then later on to the game, as a Primal Beast, you could just BKB and grab the Rolling Thunder ball and stop it immediately, right?
And look what's waiting for him. Some good old stacks for the mag lineup. This is another downside of Gaimin not securing those early team play wins. You can't invade enemy side of the map this early, and Laurel's just going to clear through it all. People are going to help him. So big right now. He's got a shield rune to boot. So they're going to be looking to take a fight. It's also going to be the blink timing for Collapse. He's going to finish this off the stack. Just rush it out here. Look for a big blink RP skewer on a core. Continue to slow the pace down here.
Middle tower is being
They're going to be happy to use their ults for big core kills. So the question on Gaimin side is, what do you do when those ults are on cooldown, right? How much can you get off the map? How much can you push the lanes and look for kills? Quinn once more looking for something to get his game going here. Just can't find anything.
Good read by Maposhka, dipping away into the trees there, out of sight from Quinn. As a result, that's going to be yet another rotation that fails. One way or another, Gaming Gladiators, whether it's running into a 5-stack of Team Spirits and they lose the fight, or the smoke's just not working out for them, so much of their early aggression with this Primal Beast has been completely stymied, and now Team Spirits are sitting in a pretty happy position, I would say. The net worth is dead even, but it does feel like Team Spirit have answered Gaming Gladiators and all the moves they wanted to make early.
I mean, there's a lot of Magnus teams over the history of TI, and I think all of them will say, if you are even at the 15-minute mark with a mag lineup, you're winning the game. Like, you're happy because you know this game is going to get extended. You're going to outfarm the enemy. You're going to theory outscale him. And a lot can happen in those fights. The lineup of game can scale very hard. We've seen Primal Beast go very deep. Later game one, but optimization
fall on silent. Too many heroes.
That can also happen.
Yeah, this is the move the Gaming Gladiators, they were trying to play off this, being able to get numbers movement, right? Like the Primal Beast and the Nature's Prophet offer so much mobility around the map. They should be able to outnumber Team Spirit and find openings like that.
It's what Celery wants to do for sure. Every time you get one of these pickoffs with the Fear and you get the farm their side of the map, you get deep wards up, it's going to set up your next play, and then your economy is just going to explode. And you get some extra items on this Fury, and he can control the fight. The Ag's very good this game with the root disarm, right? This is a great Fury on Ag's game. Yeah, the Nature's going to do some mad work here. If he can get anything else to help his team survive in the Chrono, in the RP, Celery's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and continue to shove these waves in as well. Here, continue to play this game slow, continue to farm up Laurel with their Empower going to work. That is a successful move for Gaming in a period where Collapse didn't really find that opening with the Blink. Settle for some farm.
Find it interesting to note there's just no hand of Midases in this game. Wraith King, Faceless Void, both heroes that have bought it throughout this tournament sometimes, but feels like as the tournament's gone on, particularly probably because the way the Gaming Gladiators has stomped through some games, there are teams who've been a bit wary about picking up that greedy item.
I mean, Midas is a crutch item. Midas is an item for, you know, the bottom 14. It's not really a grand finals item. You know, you gotta. If you're worthy of a true Pantheon, then you don't need the extra TPM. You're gonna collect it off your enemies here. See, that is what can do that. Still trying to find something with this Blink, or maybe he's just happy empowering his other cores and letting them take the bulk of the net worth. Oro still pretty much untouched during this period, just going Mask Madness into the Maelstrom, power on top of it. I mean, this Void is going to keep up and farm, even with a Radiant Skeleton King. Am I allowed to say that? Farming up the entire map. He will match him.
Oh, Laurel is essentially there to grab him. Mira can stop some of this though. Goes out in silence, takes well. Oh, so much burst damage though. Celery hit him big with that one. He got up the shield crash though.
No way.
Those shields are keeping him alive. They need a bit more damage, but now he's teeping away. Goodbye.
There you want to. That's how it's done.
Oh no, Gaming Gladiators gotta feel so bad about that. A pickup on Laurel, the highest net worth in this game, would have been a dream opening for them. And that was one of the few openings you'll have against this guy because he is closing in on the Lincolns fast.
Just not crisp enough. Laurel walks it off. I think he even misclicked his swashbuckler there.
Rakio on the edge of the Chronosphere. Now that's an idea. Team Spirit said, oh, used all those resources bottom lane, huh? It'd be a shame if your carry got picked off, wouldn't it?
A heavy cost indeed to missing this gank. Laurel just plays with his food, and they're going to put those ults to use on Dyrachio every time. Anytime you can just collect a Morphling in this game, you're super happy about it. Toro will just continue to farm. Says, give me the freebie and back to the jungle. It's coming down to ace right now, right? I mean, it feels like it comes down to ace in a lot of games play.
Yeah.
Particularly right now, he's the strongest hero on the map. And he can create the pressure. He can do things like this where he just solo create an opportunity. They're going to find both supports. Ace will walk it off.
Yeah, he's got to back away. He showed so many heroes up there killing Maposhka earlier. Maposhka, again, continued to play very aggressively. I mean, the Treant Protector, he was on Gaming Gladiator's side of the map all the time because he was invisible, but this Enchantress seems to have a similar game plan. He's going to be playing up in Gaming Gladiator's face, and that does, even if it costs him a death every once in a while, it does create information and space for his cores.
Particularly when the Chrono and the RP are down.
Yeah.
This is where Gaming can pretty much run the gamut of the map, choose which objective they want, and claim them for free. There's no way you're fighting them without those big ults off cooldown. Without Collapse being stronger, Skewer on Skewer play. You're coming with me.
You're up into the TP point from Quinn. Collapse, as long as he keeps the damage on him, he's not going to be able to blink away, and Quinn will finish the job. Great move from Dyrachyo. Those are the kind of plays you need to see here. You want to be able to take down the best team at this tournament. You need to be able to pull off some solo moves like that.
Create the pressure that's going to create openings elsewhere. And suddenly Dyrachyo, this stolen in power is pretty damn nice. He can throw it on the Raid King, he can throw it on the Primal, especially bonus damage on Primal. Quinn is going to be very happy with that. And it's something we can see in a lot of these fights. It's probably going to be the best deal for Dyrachyo outside of maybe time dilation thrown back against Team Spirit, or just creating his own Grimstroke combination.
Precious bounty.
These are good Morphling combos he can use for the fights and the team.
Instantly silent and a beautiful soul bite, and now being swelled up. Pinball coming through straight to the heart of Gaming Gladiators. Dyrachyo's already burned down and most of his mana. Pops his wand, but Dyrachyo, he needs to be able to get away from the Yatoro, and he's been burned out. No chance there. Gaming Gladiators still have a chance though to be able to fight back around Ace and his Radiance, but without their carry, it's not looking great. Is Ace going to be burned out of his first life? Can they fight around the second one? Quinn sticking around. They certainly don't want to be giving up Ace like this. Here's shot back.
Coming up in 2 seconds here. Yeah, Yatoro says my cooldown's back. Can push this. Just not enough reach.
Not necessary, really, for Team Spirit, right? No reason to give them an opportunity like that. You could stretch out, claim all of this map space you've just fought for, and farm away.
Now, I do think this late game is not 100%. Right? We're talking about Bag Void. It is very powerful. You're going to get some pickoffs like this for sure, and then Power is going to clean up the map. But there's like some weird things that can happen with Raid King Ags. There's some weird things that happen if Dyrachyo gets a free angle in the fight. Like clean up the backline with Morphling first, the Power himself, Grimstroke throw himself.
Yep. It's going to be tier 1 down in the bottom lane as Laurel marches forward confidently with his Linkens, because what's really going to catch him? It feels like he's most of the time going to have a chance to be able to escape if Gaming Gladiators ever try and jump him here.
There's a really fast Linkens as well. This is Mag Pango in his prime. A hero that is not afraid to fight off cooldown.
They're really going to charge the Tormentor right in front of Gaming Gladiators' face? That is crazy, but they just did it. 4 heroes, that's all they needed. Meanwhile, Celery being gone on by Yatoro. Gets a bit of a poke, gets a reaction out of Gaming Gladiators. Ace will try and punish him, but
there's no follow-up.
Yeah, he needs a lot more. Celery's going to try and chase up. TPs are coming in here, tries to block him out with a Sprout, but Yatoro is running free. Dyrachyo chases after him, hits him with the time dilation. But it is a very first move from Dyrachyo, but he gets it. He gets that kill, though, turns back around on the collapse. Oh, RP'd right in front of that tier 2, but silenced up just in the nick of time before his Skewer comes through.
He wants more.
Yeah, he does. He sees the opportunity. What a beautiful entrance from Dyrachyo into this game.
That is the power of stolen time dilation plus the time walk, right? Infinite chase potential. Suddenly, Faceless Void can't do the same back, and Dyrachyo says, 2 can play at that game, Yatoro. I can get aggressive too and make it work. Just creates an opening out of nothing there off a chase that felt, you know, like what is Ace doing here? He's wasting his time? Not at all. Everything coming together, gonna propel Celery up that board as well. Imagine you have that Axe Wrath of Nature here, right? Suddenly chases like this become a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
Yatoro, he's just still looking for that big Dispel item. His choice will be Manta first over the BKB, but until that's out, Dyrachyo has a decent opening in these fights, and you got the RP out.
Yeah, it actually just leads Gaming Gladiators into more opportunities, perhaps.
That Axe. It's for Celery if he can fly it out.
Okay.
That is something that can bounce through, lock these heroes down. Great more openings for the Raid King. Primal to just get in there and head up that front line. Second Tormentor will go Team Spirit's way with the Shard.
So now they've got the Shard on both of their supports. That's pretty funny. I think that the Mira 1 Grimstroke, that's so much better for them. Hard Dispel to be able to help save his Mango or his Faceless Void when they need it most. But maybe there's just too much firepower some of these times. You can see from Gaming Gladiators win their core, start linking up, and they're picking up the pace now. Dyrachyo, he's just swarming forward, seeing if there's anybody else to be able to catch deep on Team Spirit's side of the map. And this is the part where Team Spirit needs to be able to slow down the game. Momentum is beginning to play against them.
This is where the map becomes difficult. You have Skeleton shoving in one wave, you have Wrath of Nature pushing all the lanes. The Morphling's not afraid to show right now. He has Manta Illusions on top of it. And the Primal, if he's in the fog, it creates a scary situation with the pickoff potential. They're just getting more information than Team Spirit right now. There are still very deep Observer Wards that the potion got out, but you can't really get there and use them. They're not scouting anything right now.
Radiant's middle
pop
tower
in.
is under attack.
That shard is pretty
Not that
helpful
I
when it
care.
comes to the Sprout,
Nature
but
attendants.
may not save him from this. He's going to be surrounded. He'll create a little bit more time, a little bit more space. In fact, he's going to go for the TP away, and there it is. Okay, they do manage to stop that. That would have hurt the Gladiators a lot if they let him get away from that.
Solid space, I'm sure is what he'll say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time to try and get to the dispel item on Yatoro as Collapse will finish Harpoon. He can't really deal with time dilation in the fight if it comes out. This is a very aggressive item. He can lock people down, guarantee the skewer better. But if the fight starts on him, could backfire. Quinn's still working towards that heart. So, Damon looking for the next big damage items that are going to let them ramp this game up. And of course, Ace still
Radiant's
sitting
top
top and
tower
pretty
is being
here.
attacked.
He's the big objective driver, so if he decides that they need to force tier 2, go for Roshan, where they want to fight and how, it's up to Ace right now as he is the front line. Toro calling for a smoke, looking for some kind of pickoff here.
They get the right kind of opening, they could translate this into a quick Roche take.
Exactly. They're looking at the corner of the map, so anybody that dies down here, Yatoro's instantly going to go with it. He might just do it anyway.
Yeah. Gaming Gladiators say they look inside, see if it's actually Damon who's taking that Roshan. That's going to be pretty tough to deal with, Yatoro, with that shard jumping around with Inkswell on top of him. So even if you catch him midway through his time walk and stop him from leaping back into play, there is that Dispel that can come out.
That's why you want to create a situation where he has to choose between chronoing the front line in the Heart Primal or, you know, the Wraith King with 2 lives.
Or if they make this move fast enough, it could be massive for Gaming Gladiators. They have a double damage in Morphling's bottle. If they can get to this fight in time, Team Spirit may get wiped and lose the Roshan fight, and they are not doing this fast enough. Gaming Gladiators are going to get here, and it looks like Team Spirit have made the right read. They're going to smoke, backing themselves away. See if they can find the opening on Gaming Gladiators.
Point out that vision.
It's the Forge on the high ground. BKB neither goes out. Now he has to turn and chase, but he's not going to be close enough. Team Spirit got something big out of him, but they do hit a wall. That's going to be able to hit all those heroes. The RP does go on down to 2 heroes. They jump into the RP. He's going to have to do all the damage from here on out, but the Rolling Thunder is dangerous. It slows him down with advantage, and the Rolling Thunder hit. There's no chance, and now they leave Quinn. Yeah, trap him inside that Chronosphere. His BKB is gone. Get the rest. Oh, it's Gaming Gladiators who had an opportunity there to be able to upset, but now just what they feared the most, which was losing a fight and giving the Roshan to Team Spirit. That may have just occurred.
It's going to switch the sides, so they're going to have to run up top. They might not have enough time before Gaming respawn. I mean, you got to remember, they can TP to this dire outpost up here as well if they still have them off cooldown. But damn, what a heads-up RP from Collapse. That is a team fight salvaging RP as the Wrath of Nature just got them all on the backside, and Dilation was thrown out early here. So right there, it goes on Quinn, but that opens the fight for Dyrachyo by a decent margin. I don't know. I mean, he just RP'd him. There's no way around it.
Yeah, they only had one stun to work with. Dyrachyo just makes a complete misread of the situation there.
Maybe thought the stun was going to latch and be longer, but there's a lot of bailout here. And the second that goes wrong on the Morphling, this fight's just completely over. Yatoro is going to clean house. You cannot give too many of these openings. The upside, though, like we said, is Roshan switch sides, and the respawn timers were not too long here. So Dire side going to work for Gaimin as they come back into this map and stall out the Roche a second time. I think you just man up for it here because you know RP and Chrono are on cooldown.
Yeah, 100%. And Team Spirit, I mean, it would be a pretty bold move to try and take this fight without their ultimates.
No, they're just looking for the pickoff. Not going to find it, clear the wave, but this contest, it's all on Laurel with the Rolling Thunder. Maybe they can take the fight afterwards.
He's thinking about going in with this Inkswell. He tries to jump in, see if they can get the skewer pickoff. No such luck. Gaming Gladiators retreat very defensively after claiming that Aegis. They know Team Spirit are bold enough to make a move like that. They respect it. They'll back away. Dyrachyo will try and get his farm into the Silver Edge, which is a great way to be able to find some of those backline heroes. I mean, I think that Grimstroke is a big problem for them.
It is. The Link and the Dispel off the Swell are both really nice here, especially when you just throw the Cell onto the Faceless Void or the Magnus. They get a free jump, and if they get stunned, you just bail them out, right? I think we're going to see that the whole game. It's going to make sure that both Collapse and Yatoro can hold their BKBs or the Mantha for as long as they want here, and Mira can bail them out. Or you can also just throw it on the Pango and let them roll in.
Yeah, speaking of Pango, his item timing was definitely delayed quite a bit, but he's finally going to get there. He got that Linken's a while ago, but the Aghanim Scepter that he was looking for next will finally be complete.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Hurricane
being
Pike from
attacked.
Mapochka. So the damage starting to heat up here for Spirit as they're going to spread it across 4 effective cores going into this late game. That is why they love the Enchantress. Mapochka is going to start to cause his own mischief in the fight. And that pushes the question back to Gaimin in terms of how are you scaling in this game, right? Because right now you have an Aegis, you have a Morphling pushing towards Silver Edge. Ace just hit his BKB timing here. And the Heart is a couple hundred off for Quinn, so you have some really strong fighting items coming out all in the same interval here for Gaimin. You would really like a good team fight out of this, especially if the Chrono, the RP gets wasted, or if you trade an Aegis for it, you might be okay with that in the long run. You can at least find something on the backside. But right now, you're looking at Yatoro. He has a Manta. That's it. He did not go for